Wake up, the world is turning. Stories are burning bright. From your block to the stars tonight. She's got the scoop, she's got the glow. LadyRo knows where the stories flow. Saturday morning, rise and shine. News from the heart to the headlines. LadyRo's got your ear. It's time, let's dive in deep and climb. World spins fast, but she slows it down. Local buzz to the red carpet gowns. LadyRo's the queen with the news to crown. Saturday morning, feel the groove. Sip your coffee and catch the mood. LadyRo's got the scoop for you. Let's make the morning move.
Hello. Good morning. Let's see, what is it? It's 12:03, so it is afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the live. I am sorry I am late, but child, my brother came over to visit me this morning around, guess he got here around 9. We sat downstairs, we yapped. When I say we yapped, we laughed, we talked, we reminisced about our mother, and we cried a little bit, and he left and went home. And before I knew it, I was like, oh my God. I kept moving the time because I didn't want to interrupt our visit. I enjoy my family, in case you didn't know. And the family first around here. I enjoy spending time with my family. So I didn't want to get on here, and he was downstairs. And he actually only came over here to bring me some bread because he owns some type of bread. He's not eating any bread anymore. So he thought he'd bring me some bread. So child, I just took it. I don't know if I'm going to eat it or not, but there's just something I do. Y'all bear with me. Let me know if my internet starts acting up because it's raining pretty bad here. And they've been out there working. AT&T been out here digging around. They said they're bringing in fiber optic, but in the meantime, we still have these regular wires, and they've been digging in the dirt. So hopefully it will work today. Hopefully the internet is going to work for us. If it don't, AT&T, count your number your days, buddy. Live with me. Pretty Riri speaks. I'm sorry. Let me speak. Good afternoon, LadyRo in chat. Live for me said, good afternoon, LadyRo in chat. Please come in and enjoy. Yes. Please come in and enjoy. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Those are the things that I enjoy. I enjoy the comments because we be down there talking. I respond to you. I'm not one of those people that you can't talk to. I love to engage in conversation. And sometimes we're just going to have to agree to disagree. We don't have to agree on the same things, but I don't think we should be falling out because of some crazy mess on the internet, child. Just as long as you don't start messing with me and picking at me, we cool. The minute you picking me, we become enemies because I don't do the picking, the bullying, and all the cyber stuff. I don't do like that. You end up down there talking to the police. You fool with me in that manner. So I'll do that. All right. Then for me speaking, we understand. Just got rid of my little ladybug myself. Oh my God. You know what, Lim, for me, every time I talk to you, I've never heard that baby cry. Does she cry? Because she seems to be one of the sweetest babies. Oh my goodness. They doing that in my neighborhood too. After your experience with them, it's a no for me. I'm gonna tell you this. I've been with AT&T since internet-wise, since before they became AT&T. There is Southwestern Bell, and before that they were Prodigy. My Bell's been around a long time, but I was with Prodigy, and Prodigy was bought out by Southwestern Bell. So I ended up with Southwestern Bell around. I was a prodigy in 98, 99. So I've been with AT&T or Southwestern Bell since about 2001. So yeah, we're gonna see what this happened, what's gonna go on with this. But they said the fiber optic is supposed to be better. I am going to give it an opportunity to with this fiber optic. But child, if AT&T don't pick up the pace to do what they need to be doing, because I'm paying for 1T, honey. I need to be getting my terabyte. I don't need to be playing around with you guys. Y'all tripping. You said, yes, she does. Okay. Yes, ma'am, she does. Child, I don't know. She's always so quiet when you have her. She's a sweet little baby. Anyway, we're going to get started with Saturday Morning Scoop. I am LadyRo, and welcome to LadyRo's Queendom. Queendom simply means I operate in the woman that I am meant to be in my inner queendom. So, baby, you are a queen. I am a queen. If you're a man, you are a king. And I respect my men and my women and their queendom and their kingdoms. Trust me, I do. I don't get out of line with that. Let me put my phone on silence because, baby, you will not be calling me interrupting this live today. Not today. Not today. Fair use disclaimer, because some of the material we're going to be using today is we're going to have to invoke the fair use. Some material in this video is used under U.S. Copyright Fair Use Section 107 for purposes such as commentary, criticism, news reporting, and education. Did any of you guys watch the... I don't know what season this is of Bill Collective, but I watched it this morning. I stayed out late last night. I left home yesterday around 2:00. I had messed up a nail. I had washed the dishes and chipped the paint, not the nail, but the paint peeled up. And I get gel polish, which teased me off. Because if you know you getting gel polish, you're paying some money for it. And it peeled completely off. So girl, I peeled it off, went up there, and I was like, I need my nail fixed. And they know me. I go to the same nail shop, been going there for years. Child, they fix it, not going about my business. And they never charge me because they know I'm coming back in 2 weeks to get some more nails. So they don't bother me at all. So we got my nail fixed, went and took care of my rental property. I said, see, I just got frozen. See? AT&T, come on now. Are we lagging? What's happening here? I hope I don't have to switch over to my hotspot. But it's raining pretty bad, so I figured it would be kind of weird today. Anywho, and I left there. My rental property, I have a tenant that's moving out, one moving in, so I had to go meet with them and handle business because I'm a businesswoman who owns a business. And I left there and went to the fire station because I bought a brand new car seat for my car. And I'm not putting no car seat in. Oh, it was just pouring outside. And went by the fire station and they put my car seat in the car. Took me about 45 minutes. Probably more 20, 30. But they put the car seat in the car and we picked up my grandbaby. And he and I went around the city. We went and visited yesterday. Went and saw my sister-in-law and my sister-in-law, because I don't have no sister-in-laws. That's my sister. We saw my sister-in-law, spent some time with her and her mom. And my daughter started calling, like, you can bring my kid home? Girl, let me bring you your kid home, because you know the last thing I want to do is be kidnapping your kid. So I went to my daughter's house, spent some time with her, and then we went out and had Valentine's dinner last night. Just she and I went to Papacitos and really enjoyed ourselves. And then I got home roughly around 9-ish, somewhere in there. So I spent the whole day out with 7 hours, almost 8 hours out just doing me. Just doing me. I know my husband's like, where you at? Come home. But happy Valentine's Day. My husband greeted me this afternoon with a huge balloon, a dozen roses, and a card. So I'm grateful for Valentine's Day, grateful for Love Day, but you should show love every day. It shouldn't just be on Valentine's Day. If you have a loved one, a significant other, you should be showing love every single day. Men should not have had to make a day to show someone that you love them. But that's what I've been doing. That's how my Valentine's Day has gotten, my Valentine's weekend, because I got a 4-day weekend, has gotten started, honey. Just doing me. Spending time out in the streets. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's see. But butterflies in here. Oh, I've already been there. Sorry. You said, hey, Queendom. Hey, Butterfly. Hey, Queen Script. Good afternoon, y'all. I forget this morning. I tell you, my brother came over, but girl, occupied it. He took over my whole morning. Like we sat downstairs. He was eating menudo. I was eating enchiladas, and girl, we just sitting down there talking. Hey Shayna, thanks for joining the live. Yes, and said Latrice started out gangster. What? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna do a whole review. So I'm gonna save it for the review. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm sick of the Letitia Pearson story. I am. She needs to make a documentary and quit coming to us on reality TV with this same old warmed over soup. I'm sick of it. It's not making sense. It sounds irrelevant and stupid to me. Latrice, child, Latrice and her old man, baby, they're a whole nother level. But we're gonna talk about that in the review. We're gonna do the review today. We're gonna get that review in tonight, baby. Trust me. Butterfly said, welcome everybody. Come in. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Please. And comment. Get down that comment because we're gonna talk about it. She said, I'm back. I appreciate that. Riri, everybody's saying their hello. Somebody needs to get Glendale. Aren't you over this though? We've been talking about this Glendale and Letitia situation for years now, or seasons, and I'm over it. I don't know. I just feel like, why do we keep having to keep stirring in this pot? Let's get out of this pot. Let's move on. And not tonight, tomorrow, Married to Medicine comes back on, and y'all, we got to get in here before this episode comes back on. We need to talk about some stuff I done found out here on the YouTube. In fact, I might include it in Saturday morning scoop because it's some scoop that I found. I don't have it pulled up. I got a whole row of things I want to talk about, but we may have to pull that up because I have it saved over in my save file, in my save bucket. We've already did the fair use disclaimer. Let me put my ticker down. My banner, all views expressed in this live are alleged. They all alleged. I don't know if none of this is true. I just know what I've been reading out here on the publications. So everything I'm talking about is alleged. It's in my opinion, and it's all for entertainment purposes. We just down here to talk for a little bit. Nothing major, nothing serious. Don't get in your feelings over here. Don't get in your feelings. You said let's do it. Let's do it then, girl. We could talk about the Married to Medicine. I'm telling you some stuff I found out. Well, it's stuff I already knew. Stuff I already knew, but it's been out here scrolling around and other people picking up what I was picking up. The fact that Toya and that other one call herself a doctor that's unhinged. They've been doing the same thing, and it started out with Mariah. Baby, this lady broke it down just like I've been talking about it, y'all. But we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Let's get on over here into the live. Y'all, this is Black History Month. I hope you guys always remember to lift every voice and sing. Make sure you keep your freedom papers in the car with you. Make sure you keep your freedom papers in the car with you at all times. My brother, that was one thing he told me this morning. He actually, I'm not gonna say what he does for a living, but he works in a predominantly Hispanic community. Where he's at, it's predominantly Hispanics in what he does. So he said that this lady runs up to him yesterday while he was at work. I was like, "You got your passport, your driver's license, and so on you?" And he's like, "I have my passport card and I have my driver's license, and it has a star on it, so I'm good." She's like, "Cause ICE is outside." He's like, "Okay." So he told me this morning, girl, make sure you keep your freedom papers on you. That was something he and I, every time we get together, we talk about it. Keep your freedom papers on you. It's important. Keep them freedom papers on you, because baby, they's roaming these streets, even though they lost funding at midnight this morning. At midnight, they lost funding, but child, we're gonna talk about that too over here on the publications. I want to bring y'all a notable Black history that's near and is dear to me. And I think it's worthy because it's one of the things I'm proud of, and I hope they are proud of as well. And well, I ain't gonna say I hope. I know they proud of it because I'm proud of it. Wait a minute, it's scrolling around. Black History Month, Chief David L. Coble, Tyler, Texas. First African-American fire chief in Tyler's history, appointed in 2016 with over 30 years of firefighting experience. Leads Tyler's fire department with dedication, excellence, and service. He inspires the next generation of firefighters. He has, when I said, made diversity a thing in Tyler. Y'all remember, he became the chief of the fire department in Tyler in 2016. That was just 10 years ago. just 10 years ago that we were diversifying a city when it came down to their fire department. They had no blacks on their fire department until Chief David L. Coble became the fire chief. He has now diversified, built them into a multi-million dollar build. They have buildings that are worth millions of dollars that were not there. They were operating out of a little bitty tin building when he took over. Oh my goodness. We want to congratulate Chief David L. Coble on making history in 2026 by becoming the first African American fire chief in Tyler, Texas. One of his sayings is always strive to be better, a stronger firefighter and person. Chief David Coble. We applaud and we tip our hat to Chief David Coble for becoming the first African American chief in Tyler, Texas in 2016, which was not but 10 years ago. Y'all think, I'll be telling y'all think we don't come a long way. We ain't came that far. We haven't come that far. Notable deaths this week. That's one of the things I always start out with because I'm always trying to remember and honor those who have passed on. Isaac Whitlock, he was an actor from The Wire, passed away this week, and I believe he had cancer. I believe that's what I read. I didn't make a note on it, but I believe that's what it was that took him out. We respect, we honor Isaac Whitlock for what he gave to America in his actors, in his years of being an actor in Hollywood, and what he gave us through The Wire. I watched The Wire on and off, but definitely remember him being there. Next one will be James Van Dyke Beck, actor from Dawson Creek. Oh my goodness. This man actually was a very humble gentleman. And the one thing, and he owns that baby, don't he? Chief Coble owns that forever. For he'd never be able to say that he didn't make Black history. Black history. Forever. Where was that? Pretty Ruth said, congratulations. That's awesome. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, he passed away. And then James Van Der Beek, actor from Dawson Creek, passed away this week as well. He passed away from cancer. And yeah, I want to show you something that I found that James did, which I consider amazing. I know that a lot of times we don't pay attention to things, and a lot of us need to really be thinking about what the future would look like if we passed on, and what will we leave for our children. We're going to leave a legacy, we're going to leave bills, or what are we going to leave for our children? But I'm going to show you what James Van Dyke did. James Van Der Beek bought a Texas ranch 1 month before he passed away, and this was published on This Week after his death. James Van Der Beek helped his family lay down some serious roots in Texas before his death. He bought the ranch they've been renting for years and sealed the deal just 1 month before he died amid a cancer battle. The late Dawson Creek star bought the sprawling Spicewood Ranch back on January 9th for $4.76 million, according to the news report from Realtor.com. This is him and his family. Beautiful children. All of them with red hair, strawberry blonde hair. James moved to the ranch in 2020 with his wife and 6 children. They were renting it, fell in love with the place, and one of his last acts was buying it. TMZ broke the story. James died Wednesday morning after a battle with stage 3 colorectal cancer. Please get your, if you're over the age of 45, you should be getting a colonoscopy. That's it. That's all. If your doctor has not recommended, please recommend it to your doctor. I would like to have a colonoscopy. Early diagnosis, early detection is the fighting chance you need when it comes to colorectal cancer. He was diagnosed mid-2023, and in November of 2024, he publicly shared his fight. The ranch is a massive 36 acres with a 5,149 square foot main house that features 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. There's also cabins and a pool on the ranch, plus sweeping views of the perinatal river. James' widow, started a GoFundMe after his death saying the family exhausted all their funds in this cancer battle, and generous folks have already donated 2.37 million and counting. And counting. If you don't know as well, it is expensive to fight cancer. It just is. It's expensive to fight cancer. And I applaud him for making sure that his family had a home to stay in after his death. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to get into the news? Let's slide on over there into some of this news drama. And that was another thing I was telling my brother. I'm like, I'm tired of the news. He was telling me all this stuff. And I'm like, I really want to zone out on the news. I really just want to just take a break from hearing there's so much going on in our world. Most of it is bad, most of it's sad, but you know, it's a part of life, and that's what he told me. He was like, it's just a part of life. Either we're gonna get used to it, listen to it, learn from it, or we're destined to repeat it. And that's one of the things I've always said. If we don't learn from the past, we're always destined to repeat it. Let's see. Let's start with old TSA. Excuse me, you guys. TSA, as many of you know, well, it ain't just TSA. Let me see if I can find it. TSA is actually part of Homeland Security. And as of midnight last night, hold on a second. Why are you still spinning around in a circle? Can you tell me why you're doing that? I need you to stop spinning in a circle and stay still. Let's pray that it stops spinning around in a circle. You said he played it on your honor as well. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my goodness. Living for me. I did not know that. Because I never watched that show either. Yeah. I'm trying to get this one thing that I want to show to stop. Let's see if it stopped. Oh, there it is. It's finally stopped. TSA agents are working without pay at U.S. airports due to another shutdown. In case you did not know, yesterday, the House committee or the House, they failed to come up with a compromise regarding the funding of ICE. So they decided that they would just shut that part of the government down. A shutdown of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security that took effect early Saturday morning impacts the agency responsible for screening passengers and bags at airports across the country. Travelers with airline reservations may be nervously recalling a 43-day government shutdown that happened just a few months ago that led to historical flight cancellations and long delays last year. But don't also remember that because of the FAA and some of the cutbacks that the government has done, they've also cut back the amount of flights that are being sent out anyway, right? So this compounded with TSA agents not being there or being furloughed or not being paid, and you're going to deal with their attitudes. It's all going to be a compounded situation. So y'all be prepared for that if you have any flights going anywhere anytime soon. If you're flying out of the country, once you leave America, you ain't got to worry about TSA anymore until you return. But because when you go out of the country, you deal with their security. You don't deal with TSA security. So it's a whole different ball game. But if you're flying around these here domestic airlines and these domestic airports, you will be dealing with TSA. Please have some compassion for these men and women who are working without pay. TSA officers are expected to work without pay while lawmakers remain without an agreement on DHS annual funding. TSA officers also worked through the record shutdown that ended November the 12th, but aviation experts say this one may play out differently, and I believe it will play out differently because you only have one entity of the government that is shut down, and that is Homeland Security. Trade groups for the U.S. travel industry and major airlines nonetheless warn that the longer DHS appropriations are lapsed, the longer security lines at the nation's commercial airports could get. And if you want to know more about this was found on the Associated Press. And this is probably one of the first articles to see when you log into their website. Child. Woo, honey, 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 honey. You said that's when my cousin passed away. Oh, I'm sorry, butterfly. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Prayers to your family too on the passing of your cousin, and hopefully, Mama Butterfly made it back safely from those services this weekend. Um, I have two. My biological father passed away from colon cancer at 36. You've got to get those. Got to get a colonoscopy. If you have anything that you may experiencing down yonder that you may find to be different, itching, scratching, smells, texture, size, different, talk to your doctor, get a colonoscopy. Even if you're 30, 31, 32, go to the doctor. He recorded a beautiful message about the meaning of life in God's month before he passed. I saw that. And I just couldn't play it today because girl, I wouldn't have made it through the rest of this. I promise you. I'll be boohooing. But yes, I saw that. Thanks, Pretty Riri, for even reminding us of that. So they did have more important things to do than worrying about Big Barty. Oh, Butterfly. They have Barty, they have more things to worry about than worry about Bad Bunny. They got plenty of things to worry about other than that. Child. Definitely. Guess what? Did anybody watch the Super Bowl? I did. So during the Super Bowl, they played the Ring camera commercial where it says that they could find even a dog. And it zeroes in on this dog and, ding, 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 ding. And it talks about how that the Ring camera can help you find your missing dog. Girl, they ain't trying to find no missing dog. They trying to find your neighbors and you. That's what they looking for. They ain't looking for no missing dog. So to find out that Ring camera was actually could potentially be using our doorbell Ring cameras that we purchased, put in our house, use with our wireless internet, as surveillance cameras. Girl, people's like, okay, getting rid of the ring, over and over and over. So guess what Amazon did? Girl, let me show y'all what Amazon went over there and did. Amazon decided to scrape their partnership with surveillance company after the Super Bowl ad backlash. Girl, Amazon's smart doorbell maker Ring has terminated partnership with police surveillance tech company Flock Safety. The announcement follows a backlash that erupted after a 30-second Ring ad that aired during the Super Bowl, featuring a lost dog that is found through a network of cameras, sparking fears of a dystopian surveillance society, which is something we don't want. We don't want nobody with their eyes looking into your life. You don't want that. Because I'm going to tell you something. I went and talked to a tech at my job about a piece of equipment that I have in my possession right now at this current time, that I've had the entire time that I've worked at my position, which has been 2 decades. And he said, always remember, Big Brother's watching. Always remember that. Through some form of something, Big Brother's watching. So you know what I did? I put a big piece of black tape across my camera on this equipment. Big piece of black tape. One of them I have to carry with me. So, of course, it's with me all the time. But, well, it ain't with me all the time. Sometimes I leave it at home, especially on the weekends. If I'm not working, it's tucked away safely. But to know that there's always someone watching. Always remember that. There is always someone watching, which is, I believe, what we always need to remember. But the feature called Search Party was not related to Flock, and Ring's announcement does not cite the ad as a reason for the joint decision for the cancellation. Ring and Flock said last year they were planning on working together to give Ring camera owners the option to share their video footage in response to law enforcement requests made through a Ring feature known as Community Request. Following a comprehensive review, we determined the planned Flock Safety integration would require significantly more time and resources than anticipated, Ring statement said. The integration never launched, so no Ring customers' videos were ever sent to Flock Safety. Flock reiterated that it never received Ring customer videos and that Ending the planned integration was a mutual decision that allowed both companies to best serve their respective customers. In a statement, Flock added that it remained dedicated to supporting law enforcement agencies with tools that are fully configurable to local laws and policies. Child, they trying to clean it up because the people's like, we getting rid of these Ring cameras. We don't want them no more. They got to go. Wait a minute. What is going on? Hey, Sunshine. How are you? Hey, Butterfly said, thank you. Yes, she's back. Who's back? Am I back? Am I still having problems? Good afternoon, blessed by God. Good afternoon, Susie. Y'all, it's raining cats and dogs here. And so I guess it's messing with my internet. So I've been freezing because I see some of y'all are way behind on what I'm talking about. Y'all are a little bit lagging. So yes, welcome everyone in the Queendom and chat. Yes. So y'all ring your Amazon saying y'all keep y'all Ring doorbell cameras. I don't have no Ring doorbell camera. My doorbell camera is through somebody totally different, chat. We ain't got no Ring around here. We got alarm systems, and that's who takes care of our camera. In fact, so much is so that well, it ain't funny. Last year, something happened on our block, and police in the middle of the night was ringing our doorbell. Was like, "Does this work? Y'all keep this camera footage? Can y'all pull it and see if y'all got any kind of action in the last hour?" So it does work, but yeah, LadyRo voice is delayed, but we hear you, love. Yeah, my internet is lagging. I saw it kind of stopping, but it's right. When I say it's raining really bad. And AT&T been out there working on them lines, and I figured that if it rained, and I figured this would happen. And you said, "Girl, BS." Let's see. Trump, girl, pardoned 5 NFL players this week. One of them being Nate Newton, an ex Cowboys player. You know, I got on my Dallas Cowboy shirt. So Nate Newton was pardoned as well. But let's go over here and read. Oh, girl. I put on here. Trump pardons 5 former NFL players this week. One being Nate Newton. Child. We just letting all the criminals go free. We just gonna let all the criminals. If you're a criminal, just get out there and do your thing. You get on out there and live your best life. Trump pardons 5 former NFL players for crimes ranging from perjury to drug trafficking. We know Nate Newton went to jail for drug trafficking. And he didn't do it once. Nate had a propensity to keep going back and forth across state lines to Oklahoma, from Texas to wherever else he was going with this drugs in his car. But Trump done pardoned him. He's free. He's free because he had enough for Fed charges, so he's able to get President Donald Trump to pardon him. Let me give you a sip of water, you guys. President Donald Trump on Thursday pardoned 5 former professional football players. One posthumously, so one of them's already passed on, for various crimes ranging from perjury to drug trafficking. The pardons were announced by White House pardon Caesar Alice Marie Johnson, ex-NFL players Joe Klecko, Nate Newton, Jamal Lewis, Travis Henry, and the late Billy Cannon were granted the clemency. As football reminds us, excellence is built on grit, grace, and the courage to rise again. So is our nation, Johnson wrote on the social media site X, as she thanked Trump for his continued commitment to second chances. Child. Johnson said Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones personally shared the news with Newton, who won 3 Super Bowls with them, but couldn't stop running across state lines to sell or to whatever he was doing, trafficking with them smugs in his car. Anywho, the White House had not returned a request for comment on Thursday night on why Trump, an avid sports fan, pardoned the players. Child, thank you, Associate Press, for that. I am so over it. When I say I'm over it, I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Child, why would you go pardon them people? But I guess Donald Trump. I guess. Puerto Rico's governor, y'all. a day late and a dollar short, decided that she would sign a bill um, that recognizes fetuses as human beings, as critics warn her of the consequences. Puerto Rico has been one of the places that has remained open without banning abortions. But now, child, the governor has signed a law to recognize fetuses as human beings. And this is their governor, Jennifer Gonzalez. Puerto Rico's governor on Thursday signed a bill that amends a law to recognize a fetus as a human being, a move doctors and legal experts warn will have deep ramifications for the U.S. Caribbean territory. The amendment was approved without public hearings and amid concerns from opponents who warned it would unleash confusion and affect how doctors and pregnant or potentially pregnant women are treated. The new law will lead to defensive health care, warned Dr. Carlos Diaz Vanez, president of Puerto Rico's College of Medical Surgeons. This will bring complex clinical decisions into the realm of criminal law, he said in a phone interview. He said that women with complicated pregnancies will likely be turned away by private doctors and will end up giving birth in the U.S. mainline or at Puerto Rico's largest public hospital, noting that the island's crumbling health system is not prepared for such. This will bring disastrous consequences, he said. Diaz noted that the amended law also allows a third person to intervene between a doctor and a pregnant woman, so privacy laws would be violated, adding that new protocols and regulations will have to be implemented. Y'all, when you think it's over, it continues. It keeps going on and on and on. Yeah, give me 1 second. My watch keeps going on, but it's people that keep saying Happy Valentine's Day, child. Anywho, I'm sorry, you guys. Hey, Passion. Thanks for joining the live. A butterfly wants the link. Child. All right, ma'am. Let me get you the link, Mama Butterfly. While she's waiting to come in, I'm going to keep moving forward. This week, NFL player Chris Paul announced his retirement from the NFL. Or he actually did it yesterday, and it was one day before. It was the first day of All-Star Weekend, y'all. I thought that was hilarious. I thought him announcing his retirement the day of the All-Star Weekend, y'all, was crazy to me. Let's go ahead and talk about that real quick before Butterfly. What she wants us to, what she gonna tell us. I'm sure she got something to tell us about that last one. Chris Paul, the point of God is what they called him. He's a point guard. Retires as All-Star Weekend begins, ending a 21 season NBA run. This is Chris Paul. Chris Paul, the point guard, was a 12-time All-Star selection and 2-time Olympic gold medalist, announcing his retirement on Friday in the caper of a 21 season career that will surely merit introduction into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Paul made the announcement on the first day of the NBA's All-Star Weekend at the home of the Los Angeles Clippers in Inglewood, California. Paul spent his final season, an abbreviated one, with the Clippers, who sent him home in December and wounded up. I'm sure they meant wounded up, trading him to Toronto earlier this month. The Raptors knew Paul would never play in Toronto, and that begged the question about whether the Wake Forest legend would try to finish the season with another team in pursuit of the thing he never got, which was an NBA title. The answer came on Friday. He's done. He said last summer that he has hated missing events with his children over the last few years, and now he can devote himself much more to his family and other interests. Chris Paul, I hope you're happy. I wish you a happy retirement. You have given us some good basketball. 21 years is a long time to be wearing out your knees and all that good stuff playing basketball. Hey, Butterfly, what's going on, girl?
Yes, sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. So, yeah. And
Walk
like I
away.
said, he got family and stuff that you miss out on, and that's the thing with these type of careers. You do miss out on a lot, and a lot is left on your significant other to uphold and maintain, and so congratulations to him. I forgot what I wanted to come up here and say though. I wanted to link. It was for something, one of the segments. But go ahead, baby. I'll
Was
remember.
it
It'll
about
come back to
Puerto
me.
Rico, Puerto Rico governor signing the bill? Is that what it was about?
No, nope. I
Okay.
have my thoughts on that too, but I feel like she was pressured. But yeah,
I do too. I feel like she was too.
and
Trump.
when they go about it with not notifying the community and not putting it up for votes and all that, then yeah,
Yeah. Pressure,
yeah,
outside pressure force that. I totally agree.
yep.
Let's go ahead and talk about where I want to go. Let's Nancy Guthrie, which is Savannah Guthrie, who's on the Today Show. It is her mother, who she's still missing. And the sheriff has blocked the FBI from receiving any of the evidence that they have out there, which I think is weird. But they did, and I don't understand why. But let's see if we can find it. I know I pulled it up. At least I thought it did. There it goes. Thanks. Shout out to Rutgers for this article. Exclusive Arizona sheriff. Go away, go away. He blocks FBI evidence to access to evidence in the Nancy Guthrie abduction, source says. Um, on February the 12th, which was this past week, an Arizona sheriff is blocking FBI access to key evidence in the investigation into the abduction of the U.S. television journalist Savannah Guthrie's mother, impairing its ability to assist in the probe. A U.S. law enforcement official with knowledge of the case told Rutgers on Thursday. The FBI asked Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos, any baby, when I tell you he been over there screwing up things, screwing up the church's money, letting people into the scene of the crime, not keeping evidence where it's supposed to be, just doing the most. They asked him for physical evidence in the case, including a glove and DNA from the home of the 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie to be processed at the FBI's National Crime Laboratory in Quantico, Virginia. But Nanos has insisted instead on using a private lab in Florida. Now, why you want to send stuff to a private lab in Florida is beyond me. But when I tell you this man, they have showed yesterday all of the things that he has allowed to happen during the course of this investigation. They allowed a lot of time lapse to happen. And then the cameras in the area do not catch cars on a move. So they have no cars that are moved. They're asking for neighbors in the area who may have cameras to give up evidence. When I tell you this story is wild and it's getting wilder and wilder every day. If you can, or if you do, follow, if you want to know more about the story, follow Pascal on YouTube. Pascal's the Pascal Show, I believe is what it's called. It's a black young man who has a show, and he actually is following this very, very closely. And he is actually where I got some of this news without, of course, I read some in the paper, but yes, definitely where I got some of this. Let's go see what y'all talk about. Passion said, hit that free 99, mentioning that pardon of ex-NFL players, convicted felons. Yet I am still reeling about January 6 insurrection criminals being pardoned. I feel the same way, Passion. I feel the same way because we know that these NFL players were actually criminals. We know Nate Newton was out here doing the fool. Maybe it makes Nate happy, sleep better at night. I don't know, but Nate, they said, was broke, so he was trying to bring these drugs across state lines to get them to the dealers or whatever to make some money. I don't know. But you would have thought that Nate Newton played a long time in the Cowboys. He should have some money. You say NBA, right? Chris Paul plus NBA, not NFL. Okay. I don't know. Did I say NFL? If I did, I apologize. Because Chris Paul plays for the NBA. Yeah, he went to school in North Carolina. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you. Like, live for me. I wonder if the lady is really missing. Maybe she's missing. Maybe she's not missing. I don't know. But this story.
Listen, you need to get into the videos that her that Savannah and her kids and brother did. very weird, strange vibe. You got to find those,
Oh yeah,
baby.
yeah.
This
I
story is
actually
definitely strange.
definitely strange. I'm with you on that, butterfly. The family dynamic was strange, and you have a daughter who lives with my brother. My brother told me how many miles she lived from her mother, and actually makes $80 million a year. But you could build your mother a place on your land, and you got your 84-year-old mother. Yeah. When I say this story is bizarre. Not only that, when the son-in-law dropped her off, he said she walked into the garage. Now, my 84-year-old mother, I had an 84-year-old mother at one point. I walked her into the house and then locked the door behind me. I just feel like there's just too many missing pieces for this to make any sense. But child, it is what it is. Yeah, let's go over and let's talk about. Is there anything else I want to talk about this news? Now everything else is news, but it's funny. Let's talk about Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd's talk show was canceled, I believe, this week. And as many of you know, she took over for Wendy Williams. Ain't saying nothing about it. Ain't saying nothing about it. Ain't saying nothing about it. But child, you get what you get. And don't throw a fit. You deserve that, Sherry Shepherd. I'm sorry. That wasn't nice. But I did not like the fact that they kind of booted Wendy out and brought in somebody else. Sherry
Right.
Shepherd
And I didn't like how Sherry went about accepting that role and how she kind of, in a sense, backhandedly threw it in Wendy's face. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Let's listen to what she had to say. Shout out to Sherry Shepherd on her message about her show being. She's getting choked up because we're about to lose some money. So, I get sad too when I feel like I ain't some money I got coming in. I was used to going to stop. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. Her show was canceled. That's it on it. Her show was canceled. We wish Sherry the best. Hopefully she can start her own show. She has some good stuff on there and she's funny in her own way. But I just didn't like the way that she took over Wendy's show, and then as Butterfly said.
Now get ready for it. She's about to have a YouTube. Get ready.
Well, that was off of her YouTube channel. That was off of her YouTube channel. So we can already know what's in the works, honey. What's in the works. Courts have ruled that over. Did I put that on my list? I did. Courts have ruled that ICE has jailed over 4,400 people. They have ruled over. Let me back that up. Courts have ruled over 4,400 times that ICE has jailed people illegally. And guess what? I still keep doing it. ICE don't care nothing about the very fact that these judges are in courtrooms telling them to stop. ICE said they're going to do what they want to do. Courts have ruled 4,400 times that ICE jail people illegally. It hasn't stopped. Hundreds of judges around the country have ruled that more than 4,400 times since October that President Donald Trump's administration is detaining immigrants unlawfully, a records review of court records found. Child, and here they go. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep doing it. What you think about that, Butterfly? You think that we in for a world of trouble? Or
we are in for a world of trouble because they're not going to stop because they're going to listen to the main dog whistleblower. So yeah, we in for a trip, y'all. I told y'all we're living in these times are so unserious.
Oh my God!
Like this is so unserious, and I mean that like, man.
It's crazy. I told you, just my brother said just yesterday he was at work and the lady came running. You got your papers, got your freedom papers, baby. Get your freedom papers.
That's the thing. She know they even take it. I think they. And you know what's crazy? I was about to say. You know what we're gonna find out when all of this subsides? How many American homegrown people that they deported? See, they're keeping that under wraps. I think we don't even know that. We don't even know that impact yet.
I don't think we know that.
But baby, Yep.
I'm with you. And Live For Me said, and that number keeps growing. Wasting folks' time, child. And Blessed by God said she gets what she deserved. Yeah, Sherry's getting what she deserved because she actually did what she did.
Didn't they say she fell ill right after that? She was told that the show was canceled or something. They said that lady got sick.
Yeah.
I swear I heard that somewhere.
I read that too, or heard it on TikTok probably. That she had fell ill after her show was canceled with child. But Wendy Williams coming back. I don't know if she's gonna get a talk show on TV or she gonna be at the house with a
Oh,
microphone.
she coming back.
But Wendy Williams
The
coming
way
back.
people been calling for Wendy Williams and wondering what
Yeah.
her opinion would be with everything going on now, she's definitely
Mhm.
making coming back.
Crazy part is
Mm.
that this is what I find to be so crazy. We touched a little bit on this last week with the Wells Fargo situation. Is that Wendy Williams was taken for a quick ride? The lady who was her, um, I guess her
Conservator.
conservator,
Guardian, yeah.
she actually used a lot of Wendy's money. Of course, she took herself a salary as well. And you got Wendy over, you telling her she got but X, Y, and Z in the bank. And Wendy want to know, where is my money? Where is my money? Because Wendy has made a gazillions of dollars over the years. So, child, I can't wait for for the return of Wendy Williams. I cannot wait for that. I think that's going to be something we all should be looking forward to. Girl, next on the ballot, girl, we got Kamara Simmons, honey. Back over here, child. Kamara has been looking for the come up for years. She started with Russell. Then she went over to Seal. Everybody she was with, she done had a baby by him, except for, I think, this last one. I don't know if she had a baby.
Not Seal. It's the
Seal.
other African dude. Not Seal. Yeah.
I said not Seal. What was the guy's name? Because he has the thing on his face. But she had a baby by him. That didn't work out. She ended up with this what's this last guy's name? He was from Malaysia. The last guy. Anywho,
honey. The white guy. Yeah, white finance. Yeah. But yeah, the the African that she had the baby with, he played in Gladiator.
Right. Queen Script said Dimson. Is that his name, Dimson? Let me Google it, girl. Let's make sure. I don't want to be out of giving
out. Is it Dimson or a Dojo or something like that? It's like Dojo or something like that. I know there's a J in that name somewhere.
Were they married or were they just dating?
No, I think they was engaged, but never really fully went ahead and got married.
So the last guy she was with was Tim Lessner. That was her last man. The other guy she was with
that's the one Russell Simmons said he stole her money that she gave him that he gave her the whole to bail that husband out of some legal issues. Yep.
Yeah, that's the last guy, Tim. So the black guy's name was Digimon Hanasulu. And he was an actor. Am I right? Yes, he was an actor. His name spelled Dijimon.
So yep, I knew there was a J in there somewhere. I knew it.
Jamon. Yep. But Tim Lessener is the guy who she just broke up with, right? Live For Me said the guy from Black Diamond is who she got the son with. Okay, that's who we're talking about. That's the black guy, but we're not talking about him. We're talking about this dude named Tim. So Kamara Simmons is being told that she has to leave this $25 million home she has in Beverly Hills because the guy bought the house with money that he stole or embezzled from a Malaysian account, allegedly. Allegedly, he did all this. We don't know it for sure. All we know is what we're reading in the publications and what they got out here in the world. That Kamara will not leave this house and that he embezzled this money. So Kamara Simmons, this is Kamara. She's looking her age. I think she's 50. She 51? 52?
Look, don't forget she brought that reality show back. Now we know why. Money tight.
Money tight. Kamara Lee Simmons refuses, and she won't drop that Simmons off her name for, I don't care what happened. She will not drop Simmons. And I think it's because the money is tied to the Simmons. But who am I to judge?
Yeah, because she branded herself with Simmons. So
right.
She would have to rebrand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She take it.
But what would she be rebranding? Baby fat is gone. FUBU is gone. What you rebranding for? Just go on and take on all these men's names
Girl,
that you
she
got.
bringing baby fat back. She bringing that back with her daughter.
Are you serious?
You didn't see the, yeah, got new. Yeah, she's trying to bring it back, girl.
I used to love me some baby fat. Everybody had the baby fat jacket. Remember that?
Yes, with the jeans, girl. Yes. You know what?
Yeah.
I had this one baby fat top I love. Now, I did love baby fat because she made it feminine enough. You know, this is when the hip hop clothes was everywhere. Everybody was having a brand. But I did love baby fat because it was more feminine. She put a little bit more effort into it. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love. When I say love baby fat, I love baby. And my kids did too. They had some baby fat jeans. They had some baby fat shirts with the rhinestones on the front of it. I think that baby fat may have been the first one to throw out those shirts with rhinestones on it.
Yep. And the jeans.
Yep, and the
They
jeans.
was just for apple bottom.
Yeah, Tim was
Boy,
convicted.
apple bottom and FUBU and all that. Yep.
Yeah. Girl, the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Baby, that was the bomb back then. Quick Script said that Tim was convicted. Okay, I knew he was convicted, but I was just trying to protect myself with allegedly and all that fun stuff. But it is what it is. Yeah, she's coming back with baby fat. I want to see what she's gonna come out with. Girl, you're gonna have to top the market. Don't come back with no furry jackets and shit. You don't have to come out with something else. Kamar Lee Simmons refuses to leave $25 million mansion. Ex-purchase was stolen 1M BD funds. So that is Malaysian something funds. It's like a billionaire hedge fund kind of thing. Kamar Simmons is reportedly refusing to vacate a lavish $25 million mansion her estranged husband purchased with stolen funds. Kamar Simmons is being put on the radar over a lavish $25 million Beverly Hills mansion. She reportedly reportedly refusing to leave, despite her ex-husband's admission to buying the property with funds stolen from a Malaysian sovereign wealth fund. One Malaysian developmental Bernhard, which is like a hedge fund account in America, or like some of our. We have different funds here in America. So it's just one of those funds that holds money for millionaires. The former runway model turned baby fat founder and reality TV star has reportedly lived rent-free in the luxury property for the past 5 years, according to the New York Post. The Beverly Hills mansion was purchased in 2017 by her estranged husband, disgraced banker Tim Lessner, with funds tied to the 1MDB embezzlement scandal. The court documents allege Simmons has neither paid rent nor made mortgage payments and is refusing to leave the home. The ongoing civil dispute over ownership and liability stems from a distressed refinancing and sales leaseback arrangement involving the luxury home, which has also appeared on her current reality series, Kamara, Back in the Fab Lane. The mother of 5, including son Wolf Lee Lessner. Oh, she had a baby with him too, whom she shares with her estranged ex, separated from him in 2022, and remain estranged in an ongoing legal and financial battle. Their split follow revelations that he had falsified a prior divorce before marrying her, and the two are now locked in a dispute over multi-million-dollar shares tied to the 1MDB scandal. Child, that Kamara, girl, take your losses and go and leave out them people's house. Leave out their house, Kamara. What you think about that, butterfly? I'm gonna sip some water while you talk.
You got another Erica Jane situation.
Yep.
Definitely. I don't understand what Kamora did with her money. I feel like she's another one that had a lot of money and she ran through it. You built a whole fashion empire. You was on a reality show. I mean, just you see all the things they name. And where did your money go? And why don't you have a home that you own and owned already for years now? Like it just don't make no sense. I'm sorry. I don't know. 40 acres and a mule, baby. 40 acres and a mule. That's all I need. Don't give me nothing extravagant you can't afford to keep up with.
You out here stealing. Please don't put me in nothing you got to steal to put me in it.
Right. I mean, you ain't got nothing for your kids. No type of. You made all this money and left no legacy for your kids. You know how much property? And she from Detroit. You know how much property she could have just went back there and bought. Girl.
About blocks and blocks by now. Queen Script said he was never divorced. Her marriage is not valid. Child, I just saw that in that article because I really don't keep up with Kamara like that. Because child, when she divorced Russell and then got with um the actor, I was like, oh, she's just an opportunist. She's just going wherever she can go. And I realized I
Yeah.
was right.
Because Tyra shared that, when they was young, because Russell Simmons was going after her when she was 16. Tyra said she wanted Kimora to stay away from him because that's all they did,
Mhm.
back then was sleep with the models and stuff. But
Right,
Kimora
right, 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 right.
seen other.
Well, I mentioned yesterday before I do that, Queen Script said she's trying to get Cash Money Baby from Tony Braxton. Girl, she better let that man got narcolepsy. You sitting up talking to me. She better leave him alone. But
Girl, that
I
baby
watched
situation is one of them things that make you go, huh? Because the amount of women
right.
that you're hearing behind the scenes that's falling over, it Kamora Lee, Tony Braxton, Tamar Braxton, like what? Who? How? Huh? Girl,
What
that
y'all
money
need
got to be
to know?
long. Okay, that money got to be long. Because what are y'all doing?
Got to be. But you know what? It wasn't when you talk about the Braxtons, they talked about how that he would just give money to Mama Braxton too. Like he just drive up with a new car for Mama Braxton. Go in there and call her and just drop over and give her money, child.
Listen,
Oh,
allegedly, Ruben has it. He got his father's businesses because they say his father was the man back home.
I
You
believe
know,
that. I
Rolling
believe that.
Stone, but he owns a lot of businesses, is what they say about his father.
I believe that. People from New Orleans. I'm gonna tell you this. This is something I know to be a fact. Most that you got the people hood, you got hood everywhere. There's a lot of people in New Orleans that be on top of their game. They just are. They got the money. They know how to get the money. They do all the things. Yeah, child. I don't know.
You
Live for
see,
me.
Master P? Shoot.
Yeah, exactly. But Master P, girl, I don't even want to go there with him. Master P get on my nerve. The very fact that he had all them kids with his wife, then decided he wanted to go be with this lady because he wanted a child of mixed descent, because he wanted one that would go forward in acting and he could make a child model out of. He went and had a child, arranged to have a child with a woman outside of his marriage, then treat his wife like trash because she was wanting to be with her husband, he wanted to be with the world. So she out here on doing child.
That he treated, and the daughter that, because remember they had a daughter that I believe either she passed away from an overdose or she took her life, allegedly. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Allegedly. All that's alleged. But yeah, I have my own things about Master P. Master P is a shrewd businessman, but he's a jerk. That's how I feel about it, allegedly. He's a jerk, allegedly. Live for Me said, right, baby falling asleep on TV was hilarious. That was almost as funny as Damon Dash teeth falling that girl. It was hilarious. And they both happened on the Breakfast Club, didn't they? Don't well, I can say Breakfast Club. Both of them happened on a interview. Both of them happened during the
James
interview.
Dash went happened on him going live trying to get back at, I think he was going back and forth with 50. Or it might have
Yeah,
been Cameron from Dipset. One of the two, but yeah.
yeah, just it's too much. Team too much on both of them. Team too much. But child, good luck, Kamar. Good luck. You should have stopped with when you divorced Russell. You should have took that money, took care of you and them girls, and went on with your life. That's what you should have done. Because you had the
That's all
ducks.
right. She could have
Yeah,
went back to Detroit and invested in some land and property. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I don't
no.
understand why you're going through this.
She was looking for the next big bag. That was the problem. Looking for the next big bag, looking for the next guy who had the duckies, and you getting with a man that's out here embezzling money. He convicted, going to prison, and you over trying to figure out how you gonna live. Are you gonna stay in the house? They're gonna put you out the house. You not married. You married, not married. This dude don't even fake marriage divorce papers with the first wife. Come on, girl, get your life. Just go get it by the bullhorns and pull it back. Woo,
She
too much
married a scammer.
gambling. How'd you get caught up in that? Next on the list, I have Attorney General Pam Bundy. Child, she took a beating in the U.S. House Judiciary Committee hearing this week. Baby, when I say beating, they took her and they was shaking the tables. It's how they was doing Pam, baby. We're gonna go over here to the
They
TikTok.
was dragging her by that wig every which way, girl.
We're gonna go to the TikTok and we're gonna watch who we want. Let's watch Jasmine Draga first. Let's watch Jasmine Draga. This is Representative Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett.
Somehow is a lawyer but does not understand how it works with witnesses. I'm not really sure what law school she went to and what all kind of cases she tried, but typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they answer questions instead of asking questions. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the president.
Bloop, bloop. What she say? You spending more money arresting immigrants than you are on pedophiles, baby. Go ahead.
Journalist, girl.
Journalists, ICE, all of that. Look, now let's have journalists. She arrested the DA. She tried to arrest the DA, but somebody refused. The judge refused to the indictment. But she done tried to arrest 2 DAs. All of this that Pam has tried to do has all been give back for the president, allegedly.
Administration, quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Ford. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ because you don't seem to be good at your job. But let's circle back to you protecting pedophiles and creeps, because I want to talk about the president and his possible involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I don't know what the president might have done with Jeffrey Epstein, but unlike this administration, I believe that facts matter. So let's talk about the facts. Fact number 1, Donald Trump is one of the most named people in the Epstein files. At least 5,000 files contains more than 38,000 references.
Y'all look at the cardboard pictures. Man, when I said they were
girl, listen.
They wearing her out. Y'all, to be honest with y'all, I've only heard bits and pieces of it. This week has been super busy for me. So I've only heard bits and pieces of this hearing. But child, it is funny to me. So I'm listening to Jasmine with you guys because I have not heard this until now. I'm just not listening to it. So this is hilarious to me watching them put up these poster boards.
To Trump, his wife, or Mar-a-Lago. Fact number 2, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell made young girls available to Trump on multiple occasions. For example, according to this file, Ghislaine Maxwell presented a young girl to President Trump who spent more than 20 minutes apparently flirting with her. Here's another example. This shows notes from FBI investigators that describe Jeffrey Epstein transporting
Baby, now they got another picture of Trump and Epstein together, and they done circle something. What does that say at the bottom? I can't read it.
a victim to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President Trump, where he bragged to Trump that, quote, this is a good one. Now, I'm not saying that the president is a pedophile, but there is a lot of evidence in these files that suggests that he's very close friends with a lot of men who are pedophiles. The fact of the matter is that you will be remembered as one of the worst attorney generals in history, an attorney general who has prioritized obstruction over justice, corruption over the law, fealty to the president over loyalty to the Constitution. And Mr. Chairman, I will yield.
That's my representative. That's my representative. One year, I want to say 2022, I was coming back, 2023 or 2022. I was coming back from Essence Festival and she was sitting in the airport in New Orleans. So I kind of like, they look like Jasmine Crockett. But who am I? So I went over to Starbucks, got me a drink and sat down. And so finally I got up and went over. I said, are you Jasmine Crockett? And she's like, yeah. I said, hey, Congresswoman, you're my Congresswoman. I shook her hand and she said, sit down, let's talk. So we talked. She asked me where I worked, what I did, what area I lived in. I told her. And she said, oh my goodness. She said, I want to talk to my constituents. Y'all, we talked the whole way. We flew Southwest. So I was able to sit right behind her and we talked the whole way home.
Oh, that's good to hear that she really is like a down to earth.
Yeah, she's a people person. She told me, come to my office and one day when you're not busy and I'm not busy, and let's see if we can chit chat. Because I told her I had some concerns about not where I live, but where I work. Because she actually is, I actually am on the tail end of her district. Like I barely make her district. I sit in between 2 counties. I pay taxes in 2 counties. So I sit like right on the tail end of her district, but I vote for her. She is my representative. And so I told her my concerns was not for my home, you know, where my house is, but where my job is in the area over there. She goes, oh yeah, I want to talk about that because that was an area that was very important to the former congresswoman. So yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, I'd never been over there, but I did donate to her campaign this week after hearing that she had ate up Pamela Bundy. I woke up and it was like, I got a text message from my cousin. She was like, girl, Jasmine's over there tearing Pam a new one. I was like, girl, I've been meaning to donate to a campaign. Let me go on and log in. And I did just that. Logged in. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning and donated some money. Baby, let me go ahead and help you win your next Senate race because I believe you deserve it after what my
about that. I'm gonna tell Mama Butterfly that's like, cause she loved Jasmine Crockett. I told you, she be like, I wish I lived there so I could vote for her. I didn't even think about that. I'm about to like, Mom, you could donate to her. Mama Butterfly, she can listen, okay, she'll give us some money.
Yeah. And but I'm gonna tell you, sitting talking to her was the best. It was a great conversation. And, you know, she told me, she said, I'm in here, I'm trying to be incognito. She had a hat on. She did not look like herself. She is one of the smallest ladies. Her face is really petite. She's very petite. And so just like you're saying, that looks like her, but they don't look like I got opened up my phone. I'm like, they don't look like her at all. But when I sat down next to her and we started talking, I was like, oh yeah. I said, baby, you be getting with them in Congress. She said, thank you. I appreciate that. This is what we want. And people, oh, she's disrespectful, she's rude. Let me tell you something. Her constituents, this is who we want representing us. That's why we voted for her. That is who we want to represent us in Congress. And she's done a heck of a job. A heck of a job. Hey, Queen Satin Baby Doll. I'm trying to see. It's like having an interpreter behind it with those pictures. Baby, those pictures are funny to me.
My doll. Okay, that part.
Pretty Riri Speaks said she ate her up. She did. She ate Pam up. I love to hear her say, I will yield, because she stood on business always. Exactly, girl. That she should have said, I said what I said. Hey, Queen Barb, welcome to the live. Let's see. I got another one that I pulled up of her. Of Pamela.
Barbara, salutations, queens.
Let's listen to this one real quick.
It's anti-Semitic culture right now. She voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
is
Julie.
I just want to be clear.
Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Or do you want to go there?
I love to see it when 2 clear people be fighting. I be loving it. Look at this. Look at this over here. This is the lady giving her the middle finger.
Are you serious? Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust?
My time.
Really?
The committee will be in order.
Talk to Jared Wise about anti-Semitism.
Aware. Please stop talking. It is not your time to ask questions. It is not your time. I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chair. One second.
Time belongs to the gentlelady from Vermont.
Was the president aware of Secretary Lutnick's ties to Epstein when he chose him to lead the Department of Commerce? Was he aware?
Chris Malin was a Border Patrol agent.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude that the president, in fact, did know about his ties because he was the next door neighbor.
Shame on you.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
You're
this
from
is
a tiny,
pathetic.
beautiful
This is
state.
pathetic, Mr.
Committee will be
Chair.
in order.
I am not asking trick questions here. The
You got your
American
5
people.
minutes.
Pam didn't answer no questions, y'all. From what all the little things I've seen, the little clips here and there that I've seen, she was asking questions and acting just like she acted now, obscene and crazy.
People have a right
In the words of Dr. Heavenly, unhinged.
to know the answers to this. These are senior officials in the Trump administration. This is not a game, Secretary.
I'm Attorney General.
My apologies, I couldn't tell.
Baby, what she got? She
Oh,
got
good. My baby's in here. Okay, the Black Bob eating her up, baby.
I couldn't tell. Wait a minute, what else they got in here?
By 2008, we knew that Epstein was a convicted sexual abuser. And we now know that Lutnick went to Epstein's Island in 2012. How was that not a deal breaker for the president? And why aren't you asking questions of the Commerce Secretary about what he saw when he was at the island, which he lied about Not ever going to. Why are you not asking these questions? And I see that my time is almost expired, so I will say this. Do the right thing, Attorney General. Meet with the survivors. They have been asking for a year. Meet with the survivors. Do the right thing. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. The gentleman from South Carolina is recognized for 5 minutes.
May I have 20 seconds of his time?
So that'll be up to the gentleman, but
Absolutely, Madam.
Thank you. Thank you. I was curious if you, Congresswoman, asked Bill Clinton that. Didn't see one tweet, not one. I didn't see one tweet when Joe Biden was in office about Bill Clinton. Didn't ask Merrick Garland anything about Epstein, not once when he was.
Weak sauce.
And also,
What about the sitting president? You're passing all over that. What about the sitting president?
I want the record to reflect that, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
from the
is
river-
you?
I just want to be
as
clear.
anti-
Do you want to go there, Attorney
time
General?
belongs
Or
to
do
the
you want to go there?
Child, they was handing Pam her whole rear end, honey. just handing it to her. Hilarious. Then for me, say I want to hear her say, "I will yield." Oh, we've already read that one. Where is that? Okay, sorry. Yes, not one question did she answer. She's an idiot. She didn't answer one question. She was asking questions, and I don't understand what hearing you sit before and you are the one asking questions. I don't get that one. You said Representative Baylett, head me in stitches, baby. Yes, ma'am. She's hilarious. The way she was yelling, screaming, and then she decided to, Bondi decided to talk about the anti-Semitic law that she didn't vote on or that she voted against, and I thought that was really crazy. She should be removed from her seat immediately. Just my position, but just my opinion. I totally agree, and I believe I read somewhere there was paperwork being drawn up for her to be removed. Butterfly, you have anything to say about that before we move on to our last and final topic? I think that's all.
Girl, that was hilarious. Shoot. I'm like, oh, Bob. You listen, you know what they got a Bob on. They come about that business, baby. They come for business. She was hilarious. She had me cracking up. Talk about I'm the she said I couldn't tell. I said, you going with your bad self, girl.
I'm not the secretary. I'm the attorney general. I couldn't tell. You look like a secretary to me. So the last one, y'all, I don't know if any of y'all been. Let me give y'all a backstory before we go forward. I've been floating around on TikTok. Like I told you, I've been tired of listening to the news. The news is draining. It's stressful. So I've been trying to keep it low. I really just have not. I get up on Saturday mornings or Friday nights and comb through the news, read a few articles that I want to share with you guys. But the last 2 weeks, I really haven't put my all into it because the news can be very, very sad. And I want to keep myself in a good headspace because I have to be me for work, me for a mother, me for a grandmother, and me for a wife. And I don't want to be just out here tripping out on people. So I've been trying to lay low. So I've been wandering around looking on TikTok. Bless my God said she called Pam a secretary. LOL. Pam said, I'm the attorney general. The reply was, I can't tell. LOL. They sick of Pam. Baby, they definitely sick of Pam. Pam going to find herself in the unemployment line real soon. Trust me. Real soon. So I was watching on TikTok and this caught my attention because I thought this was something that was like new. And it actually, I was like, oh, I need to look at that. I need to share this with the queendom, with everyone that comes down to the queendom. I need to let them see this because it's important. I found this while scrolling through to find more information about said issue. And girl, watch this. The same, this it's too much, y'all. Come on.
Drama, bitch. Let me put y'all on, okay?
Have
y'all seen this Facebook drama, bitch? Let me put y'all on, okay? Ain't nothing to do but to get to it, so let's go. Okay, so this lady had popped up on my For You page when I was scrolling.
This is Tea with Lady over on TikTok, y'all. And when I tell you she did the work so that we could just do the minimal stuff, it's hilarious.
Going down my timeline on Facebook, right? And she had a message to everybody on her Facebook.
Cause I came to the hospital yesterday and they said I had pneumonia again. When I got here this morning, This morning, they said, Miss Parkman, the CDC is on the way to see you. We had to send out for the CDC. I say, what y'all calling the CDC for? Y'all, there is a strand of coronavirus here. I am the first person in the United States.
So y'all, after I saw this, of course, my ears jumped up and I was like, oh man, what is happening here? So now she got my attention.
The news people have been here. This is not a joke, y'all. When I tell y'all, this is not a joke.
Now, initially, when seeing this, you feel for her. You're like, damn, you're the first person in the United States to get this strand of coronavirus. That is horrible, right? Bitch, so tell me why this lady's daughter took to the internet and bitch, she said, daughter here, and ain't nothing wrong with her. She ain't got no new strain of COVID. She had RSV and pneumonia in the hospital because her blood pressure gets high when she's sick, and she's a diabetic who doesn't care about herself. She likes hospitals for all the free drugs she can get high on. Please stop sending her money. She does this once a year. It's actually embarrassing.
Y'all hear this? So this lady does this. This lady's name is Grace Everett. Baby, when I tell you she does all the work, so we don't have Tea with Lady did all the work, so we don't have to do the work. So Grace went live, told these people she had COVID. It was a new strand and it was out here, and CDC done called her, girl, and now the daughter done come out and debunked it. But we're gonna listen to the daughter too after we get to listening to Tea with Lady.
She said, ain't nothing wrong with her. This is coming from her biological daughter. She wanted to go viral and y'all made her just that with y'all silly, goofy ass. Yeah, she got the flu. Yeah, she got a cold, but she done tricked y'all asses so good. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of y'all tagging me in this theatrical ass shit. Because if I get on here and start exposing the real truth, her 5 minutes of fame gonna be looking real short. Then she made this post. Pause to read. Okay, pause to read. There's some more. Pause to read. Pause to read. There's some more. Pause to read. Pause to read. But then the mom came back and said, fuck Jashanti pissy ass Ross, which is her daughter. This is what the fuck she had to say about her daughter, y'all.
Let's start off with you ugly Beetlejuice bitches that's listening to Jashanti pissy po back page having none of her churn taken care of motherfucking ass. Let's start with this bitch. Now I'm going to this bitch.
Now, does she look like she got COVID, RSV, or any of those things right here, baby? Because she's reading like she just opened up the railroad.
Okay, reading her daughter down.
Oh, the other day you was in the motherfucking hospital and preterm labor with your ugly ass motherfucking twins.
Baby, this your daughter you talking about. You gave birth to her. You chose
Baby,
her.
call her grandbaby's ugly. Lord.
Mom, can you please send me some money? I'm hungry. They're gonna take the babies on your birthday. That's why Duke, I didn't fall into that whole bullshit, because I knew it was a whole bunch of bullshit when she called you, Sharonda, with the bullshit. Now you on here talking about I'm gonna looking for attention. First of all, baby, I ain't know nothing about no goddamn stars, no people watching me, or none of that. All I did was make a post and tell people the real shit that's going on with this new strand of COVID-19. But this bitch needs to be
Where your mask at?
working her motherfucking case plan, trying to get her motherfucking churn back from the motherfucking state like I did for her motherfucking ass. But no, bitch, you paying with two motherfucking churn and don't know who the motherfucking daddy is. Bitch, if you want to bring it, let's motherfucking bring it, because bitch, you don't got no fear in my heart. Let's tell who your motherfucking baby daddies is, bitch, because you don't know you selling your pussy on Backpage. So them community motherfucking babies, bitch. First of all, you disrespectful Beetlejuice asshole. You don't do a motherfucking thing for me, ho. You call me every time.
Oh, Jesus. She went raw.
Oh, I thought Victoria and Glorilla was a mess. Baby, the mama is gathering.
Baby, is over here reading.
You call me, you asking me for a motherfucking quarter dime, a nigga.
Yeah, B.
Yo,
I'm sorry, LadyRo.
yo,
Girl.
yo.
Girl, asking me for a quarter, nickel, or dime. I tell you one thing. Your mother can't do that there. She can read, girl. She can read, okay? Because she reading you for film.
Oh, Facebook is different. I thought TikTok beef was different, but the beef on Facebook is like old school, scandalous ass beef. Cause ain't no way she outed her daughter like that, y'all. Now, originally when she
She ain't
posted
lying,
and
baby.
she
That
stated that she
Facebook
was
is
the
a whole
first
different
person
beast.
in the United States to have this strain of COVID, I felt really bad, right? And she was very hard to breathe and everything like that. But it seemed like once the beef started, her breathing caught up to par because the way that she was cussing her daughter out, she didn't take a breath, baby.
Not one. She didn't take no mask, no eye. She would read.
Listen,
Not to mention,
not
made
one,
multiple
not
live
one.
streams of her in the hospital like this, right? And then she posts a live stream basically stating that she escaped the hospital due to the fact that she needed to smoke a cigarette and they wouldn't let her because she was on lockdown or in quarantine or something. But she ended up escaping the hospital anyway just so she can smoke a cigarette. But you couldn't breathe though, baby. But I'll keep y'all posted. So make sure you guys follow, like, and comment down below your thoughts in regards to this situation. I'll keep you guys posted on any trending topic. I talk about trending topics on.
Y'all go follow T with Lady over there on TikTok. Y'all, so that was one, right? So go to Facebook because now I'm interested. Now I first started following her because I wanted to find out about the very fact that that Grace, hold on one second, y'all. That Grace had actually had this strain of COVID that was supposed to be new. So I wanted to find out more. I was like, I could bring this to my Saturday morning topic. But baby, when I tell you, when I say got a whole awakening. Now I haven't listened to the daughter, but y'all, let's watch the daughters over here on Facebook. On Facebook. She's talking about her mama. Let's go.
Shanti Ross. Grace Everett is my mom. It's actually quite embarrassing and actually sad as fuck that I have to get on here and address some shit because a lot of people are defending her. And I just want to say this. I say this like not even to be rude or nothing. My name's Jashanti Ross. My mother is Grace Everett, also known as Christina Everett. Christina Parkman, because she's married now.
This lady business.
This lady does this every fucking year. If you go down her page, and this just take y'all time and listen to me because y'all feel like I'm being a bitter daughter and that I'm just being disrespectful, and I'm definitely not being disrespectful. I'm sick as fuck right now as well. I just got out the hospital with RSV as well. I am pregnant with twins and I have 2 kids. My mom knew this. She just got back from being out of town. So she's lying. I want to start off by saying I'm so sorry that she has lied to everyone about this new strand of COVID because there's nothing fucking wrong with her. There was never nothing fucking wrong with her.
So let me see. We're gonna go to Grace's page, y'all. Baby,
girl,
Grace is the 15.
She should have sat this one down,
why you
girl.
let her hate on me? Now, does she look like she's sick? She said she got a new family. This is my new MF family. You good with me? Let these haters hate. But when I tell you, Grace been trolling. She been trolling every day. And Grace getting
I'm about to say, girl.
Outside, and I'm back outside.
Baby, I'm not gonna play that music. But baby, look at Grace. Grace is living her best life. She ain't going back and forth on her little. She on a motorized scooter, baby, traveling through the carnival with her RSV. She said it was COVID, but she.
Look, Grace said I quarantined 14 days. I can go back outside.
Yeah, when I say a mess. She is a mess, y'all. Anywho, I thought I'd wrap up today with
Girl,
something.
she must take after her father's side, cause girl, she ain't had nothing for her mama. She should, after that good cussing reading her mama gave her, she should have just sat this one out. Cause I don't know who was tagging the girl. Kind of told on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You should have just let your mama do her one too, girl. Please listen.
She was over there on COVID not on Facebook. They follow each other. So she watching her mama go and tell the people, I got COVID. The CDC. Now, when you start saying the CDC done call, you got a new strand. Now people starting to get scared. Now they over there because they said she just got off a cruise. So they over there trying to find out should they be called a cruise line or what should be done? And come to find out she lying. Girl. Hilarious. Pretty Riri Speak said a disgrace. I know that's right. Lord, I can hear the kids from The Color Purple say, she ain't my mammy. I know that's right. Bless my God, say she's cured. Definitely. She sounds like Candace on birthday, girl. Girl, definitely. A quarter, dime, nickel. Child, I've been in the bushes. This is a hot mess. It definitely is. Her name is Grace Everett over on Facebook. But if you scroll into TikTok, again, like I said, I be scrolling on TikTok just laying around or just sitting on the couch. And I heard that thing about COVID. So I was like, a new strand of COVID. Let me listen to this. Baby, when that story switched over and they said she was lying, I was like, oh my Lord. Bless my God, said her daughter blocked the bag and COVID left. Definitely. But I heard she's collecting money. I don't care about the children. Jesus, right?
Okay. They called them ugly. We ain't even seen the twins yet. Hey, lady.
Pasha said her and her daughter have effed up each other's overplay for their underplay. Shout out, Butterfly.
Okay, that part right there, baby. The overplay for the underplay. She done messed up mama bag. Now mama can't give you no nickel, dime, or quarter, girl. Shut up.
Said Jesus, please take the wheel and drive fast. I know that's right. Sounds like someone that we know. Definitely.
Grace, oh Lord. That almost went over my head and then it came back. Oops, I said that.
All right. Should stay on your head. But yeah, I just thought we could end this session with something that was hilarious. Also, Candy. Now I ain't looked none of this up and I ain't pulled it up. But Candy over there said Ty won't move out of her guest house. Now you got a big enough house. If you stay in that house, he stay in the guest house. Maybe y'all could do this until y'all get this divorce finished. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe he got a woman over there. I don't know why she want the man out of the house. But Ty went live yesterday in response to her singing some song about her being a hater child. So all I know is, Todd, get your tail out there and go produce some movies. Do something with your money and let Candy go on with her life. Now you got a prenup, whatever the prenup say, abide by the prenup. But I will tell you this: if they've been married for 10 years, I'm not sure if it has been 10 years, but if it's been 10 years, that prenup is challengeable. It just is. It's challengeable because if she's gained anything,
10 years.
if she's gained anything during that 10 years course of their marriage, he could challenge her for any of it, especially in the state of Georgia. We got another guest. Come on up in here, beautiful. How you doing? Hey, Butterfly, you gotta show me how to put a wall up.
Oh, yep.
Hear you, Queen Script.
No, you sound low. You low.
I think I got my Bluetooth on. Let me take it off.
There you go. You sound good.
Oh,
now.
there you go. We hear you now,
okay,
baby.
good.
Yep.
I only came up here because of the Candy thing. She making me sick right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say, but go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all finish because this is getting to be. This is wrong. No, she wrong.
Go ahead and tell us. We're rounding up. Tell us why you think she's wrong.
Oh, okay. Because if we remember, and it's been recorded, Candy wanted Todd with her and the kids all the time. Am I wrong in that assessment? Okay,
Queen Script, I just said that yesterday. Right. Go ahead.
Right. When he was doing things on his own, remember, she was like, why'd you do that? We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to do things together, this and that. This is what she said, right? So if you're doing things together and you're the primary breadwinner and he's not able to go out and search and find, they keep talking about all his failed projects. All Todd's projects were not failed. Restaurants closed. His stayed open pretty long, actually. OG was a hit down here. I don't know now, but they usually don't stay open as long as his did. A lot of restaurants are closing in Atlanta. His movie was a
Right.
pretty good hit on Tubi. You know, that was a good movie with Drew Sidora. That twist at the
Mhm.
end was real good. I like that. So I don't like the down talking on Todd Tucker because he was being a husband that was working with a wife who was more successful in that way. Her money was longer than his. She can make more
That-
money. What do you want from men? You can't say I want to be equal. We're not equal. We're different, right? However, when it comes to money, this is business. He should get the same money if the roles were reversed. I'm sorry, it's crazy what they're doing to him. It's crazy. Mm-mm.
I agree. I agree with that 100. That's my
If
guys.
I'm,
I'm tired of kids. Get it together. I totally agree. The thing with me is that Todd endured a lot with dealing with
hmm,
Candy's family. He
Yep.
he left his family to move where her family was. The Bible tell you, you leave up and follow Cleveland to your wife. So he moved it to Georgia to be with Candy, and of
hmm,
course, it meant he also had a child. Candy had a child, so they tried to do a um joint family, a blended family, I'm sorry. And in trying to create that blended family, you had to deal with Mama Joyce
hmm.
disrespecting not only mama, she disrespected his daughter too. So we ain't
Yeah,
gonna let
she's
none
off
of
the
that.
chain.
Yeah, we ain't gonna let none of that slide. He endured that. I cannot imagine the hardship that it cost him dealing with your mama, your mother-in-law talking crazy about your mom and how you have to endure with that once she passed away. You know what I'm saying? Because now you still have to deal with this fun-looking lady who been talking about your mama. Because I would have took her up and threw there if she had been talking about my mama. But that's just my feelings about it. I don't,
Girl, the way we would have been up
Is
and through
that
there about mine.
Yeah, it's that, and it's also like you said, her daughter, just the unwelcoming nature of the family to him. You know, I mean, these three old biddies sitting up here. Candy, first of all, what makes me mad is they act like Candy had a bunch of men falling at her feet ready to wife her. Okay,
there you go.
they were
There you
not. They not in Atlanta. You know, this is where she did all her dirt. Think about it. All these girls from here did their dirt here, so they probably not gonna find a husband from here. They gonna have to leave. Todd from New York. He don't
right.
mind being here, but my sister husband met him at the bar. He's a real cool, like real regular. They was just kicking a bunch of guys sitting at the bar watching the game. And he was like, his only problem is that people act like he's never done anything, like he's a bum. Like a lot of her success is all hers. Candy was not doing Broadway before. I'm sorry. She
At
had
all.
no indication of
Right.
Broadway
I
till
was about
Todd
to
came in the
say,
picture.
if anything, he added to her, and she did
He,
not add nothing to him because she got
yup,
into production and Broadway and all of that. He helped her refine that. I said that
yup,
too, Queen Strip, when it first came out and they first tried to label him a bum. Like,
yup.
no,
I
no, he
hated
wasn't a
that.
bum. And like you said, she wanted him to be a house husband, so that's what she got.
And she want to make him like look like he's a
And
bum.
she
He's a
wanted to be
squatter.
married so
I'm not
bad because the
moving.
rest of the crew was. Yep.
Why would
Yep.
he move? There's a whole house across that bridge. I take care of these kids. You want to get in your feelings because I got a side piece, but you still was open with having a threesomes and not marriage. Candy can't figure out what kind of marriage she wants, first of all.
That's
Because
true.
you can't have women in your bedroom and think that when you're not there, he's not going to go to one of those women to find a new one. That's just not realistic. You're not being realistic. I think Todd got feelings for this girl, Helen. Funky Don even said this girl's name is Helen. That's who he got. I think he got feelings. That's what it is. And Candy knows it. And he ready to jump ship and get his little monthly stipend and his child support. And he in Georgia. And let me tell you, they are very partial to men in Georgia in family court. They're very partial to men. They are. It's not. It's not a go that Candy gonna have custody of them kids. It's not. Mm-mm. She gonna have a
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, I
But
think I agree with you. I think she's gonna have a fight over.
but everybody like
Especially-
Mama Joyce was right. I said no, she wasn't. Mama Joyce was one of the problems in the first place.
she
Mama Joyce
definitely she
wasn't
was.
right.
Yes. Yes, Queen Script. I said the same
Why
thing
would he stay that
yesterday.
long and then have
Yep.
two kids? He could have just had one. He could have had Ace and been out, right?
Right, right.
Baby.
Two kids, and all these years later, Candy tired of him because he probably ain't wanting her no more like that. And a woman, when you love a woman or he never loved her, why do they keep saying it like black women can't be loved? It drives me crazy. People break up. It doesn't mean the man never loved her. It does
That's right.
not mean that. I don't know why they keep like favoring the power. He didn't love her. Every time you see a black couple, well, I want y'all to watch that. Whenever they have a little problem, they breaking up. He never loved it. He don't want it. He want money. It's never that they just fell out of love, but the marriage didn't work. We're very lovable. Stop saying that he didn't love her. They just broke up for whatever reasons. But come on, man. I don't know. We're too harsh on each other sometimes.
In the interim of that conversation, I believe as humans, we need to realize that you can love someone and then you can be in love with someone. And I think there's a distinctive difference. I
Very
can love
much.
you, not be in love with you.
Oh, I don't think he was
That
ever
part
really in
right
love with her
there.
like that.
Yeah,
No, I don't
I
think he
can
was in
love
love.
you. I can be in love with you because being in love with you means I will endure more crap than I would if I just love you. If I just love you, I ain't gonna put up with all your crap. But if I'm in love,
I don't know about in love. I don't know about
yeah.
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Todd's a pragmatist. He loved her enough that he could live out his life with her, right?
I agree with that. I agree.
Because of the lifestyle she offered. You know what I'm saying? She offered the money. She offered the other women. She offered stability. So all the things that he was like, well, maybe I'm not madly in love with her, but he probably had that, didn't work out. Like, this is the best deal I'm going to get. You know, she a good woman.
Yeah.
She got my
Yeah.
back. We could build together. We got business minds. That's like, they had a lot of things that could have worked. Her major mistake, maybe I'm wrong in thinking this, is that damn open marriage. Them things are not good. I don't care what nobody says.
Girl, not only was that the mistake, letting her mama not giving her mother boundaries. There was a lot of I named them yesterday. We talked about this yesterday. There was a lot of red flags in there, and it ain't all Todd. Candy got a lot of red flags with her. Period.
They both do, yeah. And that's all I wanted to say. I agree with y'all, but I just hate that Todd is getting beat up and people are trying to spin the media because Candy's the one that everybody's cool with. And I like Candy. I have a lot of respect for her. I enjoy her. But right is right. And if it was a woman, he would be they like, get that money. You've been taking care of the kids. Now he mad because he leaving you home alone all the time. So what? He should have been worried about you more. You told him you wanted him home more. They would be sympathetic to her. They would.
Right.
So I feel the same thing applies. This is business. It ain't about genders and stuff. It's about why should my lifestyle change because I'm the primary person keeping everything cool so you don't have to worry. And now she's trying to interfere with all of that because she knows how much he really does and she's trying to take it over. But she's going to have third parties doing it. And that's not fair to the kids. It's like what Mel did. You're going to have babysitters when the daddy right there. That's not right. Let them kids be with their father. You know, stop doing that. Let's keep it going. Keep it steady. But anyway, that's all. I'm going to get off because I can run my mouth, girl.
That's okay. I enjoy it. I enjoy your back and forth because you bring a lot of knowledge with you. The very fact I think that as the ladies are over here saying, Riri said, I hate the way the mom treated his family creates resentment. And I believe that a lot of Todd had resentment, but I think he was willing to stay there and work it out, ignore the noise, and deal with Candy on their relationship basis, right? And then Live for Me says, but in return, he's done proven right, even if he wasn't wrong. The family couldn't be my family. Candy always seemed scared of her mom. She respected her mom, or wrong. But she's scared of that woman. I don't know if she's scared of her. It comes off as respect. I don't know what it is. I think Candy may be a lot of Miss Joyce. She may have a lot of that in her as well, and we just don't get to see it. Because I'm gonna tell you this: how will we know a lot of the stuff that's going on the inside of their relationship or their divorce? Is because Candy's out here filtering it to the media. She did the same.
Girl,
she was on
Yep.
thank you.
of Atlanta.
I
She
was
filtered.
gonna say that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that Candy has a takeover space. She has to run the show. I still don't like what they did to Tasha. Tasha wasn't doing nothing that Candy didn't do prior to Tasha doing it. So Candy didn't want to be with the group. She didn't want them to use the name. Mind you, the sisters owned the name. Guess what? The sisters were still in the group with Tiny, and they said, you know what? Okay, Candy, we won't use the name. Flip it. Now flip it. Candy. We're gonna be able to use. They get the sister to turn against the other sister so they can use this game. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, Candy just like her mammy.
They stole her money. They would have never turned their sisters against each other. That sister stole her money straight like that. You, my sister, whatever. You stole my money. I'm gonna get my money back. Her sister stole her money no matter what. That is the bottom line. Her sister, Tasha, is a foul chick. Candy got her ways, but
I do not believe
Candy
her sister
does
stole
business
her
right.
money.
She do.
Not even the gripe they had about.
Right. She's a full
No. I
businesswoman.
don't think.
I don't
I
think
don't
the
think the
sister
sister stole the money.
I think there was other issues with that money. And if you listen to the story, like listen to it through and through, it doesn't look as though I understand you
Where'd
being
the money
upset
go
with
then, y'all? Who got the money?
who says there was when was there ever any money?
There was
That's the
money. Everybody else, Tiny got her money, right?
okay.
There was the
Tiny got
residual.
hers.
Tiny got
Candy,
hers.
Candy got
Tasha,
her money.
Candy
Tasha
got
got
her
her
money,
money.
right?
Uh-huh.
Tamika didn't get her money.
So why was Tamika money not sent to Tamika instead of
Tamika's
sent to
money was sent to the address on file at
why
Rocky
was it
Chain.
sent to her mama's house when everybody
Right.
else
So that's what I'm saying. I think they was all involved. I'm not saying the mama wasn't involved. I think it was the husband and the mama and Tasha. I don't think Tasha went in there and said, I'm going to take it. But I think they was all like, let's just do it together and keep it amongst ourselves. That's what I
Nope,
think
I
happened.
don't even think that. And if
I do.
anything, it went to the mama's house. I think that's
Tasha may
another
have,
mother that played them against each other.
I think
Sorry.
Tasha may have taken the brunt of the force, but I don't think it was Tasha that took the money.
You don't think Rocky took? You don't think Rocky had? Y'all really don't think Rocky had to do with that money?
Nope.
Even if Rocky may have taken it, I don't think it was Tasha per se. I think Tasha.
But if it was Rocky, she knew it's her husband. The
Not
bottom line
always.
is that's her sister. You expect your sister.
You don't know nothing about it.
Listen, that's my sister and me. We've been at war for years. And when somebody try to do something shady with her business, I called and said they doing something shady with your business. I don't care how much we fight.
That's fair. Fair.
You're not going to. If my mama did it, I would tell her, like,
make,
mommy doing something with your check, girl. That's a couple.
And I think that's who did it, though.
Right. I
really think that's who did it. I think the mother did it.
And she gave them
and
some
I don't
money
think
off
the
of
money
it because they was living there with her. They knew they was living at the house with her at the time, and they moved out when that money came. They took that family took that money. It was Rocky, Tasha, and the mama. But that's her sister out of everybody. It seemed like she's even more hurt that her sister was involved than her mother. Tasha's her big sister. The barmaid
I don't know. Because somebody did point out that the receipts were fake. The receipts
and then
that
Tasha
she
did it
showed.
again. The show came back and Tasha left again to do that little gospel thing. She did it again.
They were supposed to do it together. Nope. They were supposed to do it together.
Her when it's got her own deal.
She went and did it without her sister because her sister flipped on her for the other heifers.
Why Tasha did that. Rocky told her, let's do this on our own. Rocky convinced her, and she was like, okay, bet. Again, she did it twice. Tasha ain't shit. I'm sorry. She's a rotten person. She's not a nice person. She keep using escape, but she don't want to be in the group. She want to be in the group. She's a diva. She feel like she should have been a star. She's still stuck in the 90s. Tamika's out singing her now. I can't stand that woman. There's no way. The way she do her friends and family, she ain't no good. That's just an opinion.
Queen Script. I think on this one, me and you don't agree because I don't see I don't see it. And like I said, it was also pointed out that them receipts that what's the name? Tamika showed and Tiny's mother showed was fake.
Didn't she show the check was made out to Rocky?
No, somebody pointed out that them receipts were fake.
Who said that? Who?
I forgot who it was, but at that time, a lot of content creators was covering it, right?
But
and
Rocky told on himself.
I'm gonna go back and look for it. I'm gonna go back and look for it.
Rocky told on himself. I ain't know what that dude reads crooked, low life scammer type.
No, Rocky didn't do nothing that none of them other people husbands don't do. I'm sorry. Rocky's the manager, right? Rocky didn't do nothing no other normal manager didn't do. The way they try to manipulate
Rocky
and make
was stealing them girls' money. I believe that. He was
getting
side deals and everything. That's her husband.
Yep. All managers do that. All managers do that, though. That's my point.
No,
Rocky wasn't doing nothing.
And we're friends. They have a different type of
girl. Y'all heard what Tiny said. I mean, what's her name? Tamar said. T.I. came backstage and was man. Listen, all their husbands run. Every one of their husbands do what her husband do.
I've been in the business for a long time. Rocky just a hood nigga from Chicago. Them dudes know how to talk that talk, but when it comes down to management, that's a whole set of skills that people obtain, learn, and build on. That's just her husband who know how to talk shit to me and get some side money. And Candy and them like, nah, you're not getting that side money like that. Y'all we have to talk about that. He can't just go and make deals on the side like that. No, you're not doing that with my money. That's my name you making money off of.
Here's what I want to interject. Tasha left to pursue a solo career, which was that gospel album. That's part of she did lead them. But that's no different than Candy refusing to sing with them over the years, here, there, and everywhere. I really feel like that the reason why sisters are not talking is because there was literally outside forces that kind of caused that. Because there's no
I
one
believe absolutely
zero in between me and my sister and stop us from talking, especially outside forces. I don't care how much of a friend. I don't care if me and my sister got an issue, right? That you're not gonna come in here and break us up. Our issue gonna be between she and I.
And that's
And
what I feel like
even when
happened.
you
I feel
interject your
like
mouth, when
Tasha
you
showed. Sorry,
I don't
sorry,
think
Lady
Candy
Ro.
broke them up. I think Tasha's a dirty bee, and I think that that girl kept following her sister because she wanted to keep that bond,
also here's the
and she
thing.
got
What do you
tired.
Queen Script, what do you base her being a dirty bee off of? Just the fact that
Right.
she made
That
known
okay,
that
not just that. Okay, now remember remember the story when Tamika was working with Tyler Perry. And Tasha said, I have to make this money. You have to come. They won't take me if you don't come. Tamika lied to Tyler Perry. Go ahead, Pootie. Told them some lie. They found out she wasn't at the hospital. She went and sung with Tasha. And she wound up losing that job with Tyler Perry for years. I'm not going to have my sister do something that's going to jeopardize something that's steady and stable in the business that they in for one night with me. Tasha is a selfish person. That rumor Tamika started, that was based on her and Tasha scheming to try to throw Candy under the bus because Tasha's thing didn't succeed and she blamed Candy for that. Everybody's not able to carry a record by herself. I don't care how good you sing. She don't have it. She don't have that factor. Nobody's buying your record. Don't blame Candy. I think they may have done the same thing. Okay, let's go with your theory. They did the same thing when they did their own thing. Candy's just more successful than Tasha, and it's always been a competition. It doesn't have to be outside forces with the sister. I think Tasha carries an envious spirit. I just think she has that spirit in her. She does not have a cooperative spirit. She's very jealous hearted. She was always in control when they were kids, and she can't move past Tamika's her own woman and is up on her stuff, and she can't manipulate her no more.
But I want you to look at it.
Queen Square. We definitely looking at it two different ways. I don't see it. And after listening to the father,
Butterfly, hold on a second. But Queen Script, I want you to really look at it like this. These two sisters were tight until this show started. Until that show started where they did with SWV.
Were they tight?
They were tight. These sisters were
tight.
Yes.
She even said they were tight.
Where's her money then?
Tamika has said that they were tight. They were very close sisters. But I really feel like that outside forces did have something to do with it. I mean, we don't have to agree on it, but I do feel like it may have had something to do with it.
Okay.
I think that there were some things that happened as children that Tasha felt like Tamika should have protected her from. And all those things may have compounded on it when she got someone else saying, yeah, and remember we was kids and she did this and she did that. Because I don't think Tamika's innocent, neither Tasha. I think they both have had
but where her money? I don't care about the money. Where the money? My thing is the money and the business.
I don't know
she always messing with her business.
I still need a real confounded proof that money was stolen because the receipt
Go
that
listen
she
to
showed,
what Tiny Mama saying.
Tiny Mama showed fake receipts too, and I ain't listened to that lady neither. They all the pile up that they did on Tasha. Because at the end of the day, they had the whole community turn against Tasha. Like, nah, Queen Script. I'm sorry. Nope.
It's okay. It's not that serious because ain't none of it.
And this is what I wanted to say because the father gave a bird's eye view too. The father gave a bird's eye view because here it is. Tamika do got issues. She got issues with her mama, especially because she always felt like the black sheep. She always felt like her mother favored Tasha. And them people, Tiny and Candy, seen a weakness, manipulated, played on it, and used that girl. Because even with her switching sides on her sister, all the things they promised her still didn't pop off. So at the end of the day, yes, outside forces manipulated her, and them receipts were fake.
What didn't pop off? They had a very successful tour. Tamika will stay making money. She's always in somewhere.
I'm talking about Tamika's individual endeavors that was supposed to be. Even Tamika came out and said it herself. Her individual endeavors away from the group was not given the spotlight that she was told that they was going to be given. Tamika even admitted that. That's where I got that from. Her cookbook and other things that she's doing outside the group didn't get spotlighted like she was promised. Period.
But what happened? But what that got to do with Tasha? See, that's what I'm saying. It's like Trump thing. We keep changing subjects. What that got to do with Tasha and Tamika and that money? Where is the money? Why is your man getting side deals when we touring? Why is he still in the business when we asked you to not put him in our business? We'll tour with you. We don't want him involved because it's always a problem. Why is it always a problem with Tasha? We could try to say everybody else, but all of them seem to work together. And I think Tamika is tired of not getting her money. She may not have made the money she thought, but they made money on that tour. She wasn't making no money with her sister. Nobody was checking for them. And Tamika got a family, grandkids. She got to take care of herself. Tasha want to be mad at everybody. She want to be like the go ahead then. I'm going to go over here. I did this before 30 years ago, and look what happened. I did that with my Tyler Perry show. I came for you, and I lost. I couldn't even work for them for 6, 7 years. I'm not doing it no more. Let me deal with my business, and you deal with yours. I don't blame Tamika.
And that's
She
fair.
wants to
And
stick
it's
with
fair.
the winners.
Yeah, that's fair. And you know what? Another thing, I really wish it hadn't have come to this, because the group Escape was a really together. They sound amazing. They did good as 3, but they sounded amazing as 4. And it's unfortunate that it came to this, but I think the biggest force between them is Rocky. That's the biggest force. Second force, I believe, is the outside noise. Because again, you don't really like to let people in the middle of your family, but I really wish that they could come back together, because they are sisters.
Rocky is the biggest force. They
But
all got.
hold on, butterfly, hold on,
husbands.
hold on. I also feel like that at the end of the day, sisters allowed that, right? And maybe they needed some time apart. Maybe they needed to be separated. But I do feel like Rocky has something. But calling a sister, the sisters, scum or whatever, I don't subscribe to that, because at some point she wasn't the bitch, or she wasn't a scum before this show started. They had issues, but they were not falling out. And it may have looked cute on the outside, but they made it look cute to us. The only thing we know is what they've shown. Yeah, what they've shown us on this TV screen by doing this show, by getting, and we also heard from SWV that the show was probably one of the worst things they did. They said that they wish they had never done a show with Escape, because they didn't realize, they felt like they were being set up. SUV has come out all them and said that.
They was. I tell you, SWV came out on top, because when they told me about not knowing how to dress, when I say they dress down every time you see them, hair, nails, clothes, Escape did them a favor by talking that mess, because they can't dress. Tiny dress them right.
But again, they were the ones on the inside of the show, right? They were the ones on the show enduring what we didn't see. We don't see behind the screens. All of us are on the outside looking in. We're just telling you what they show us, and we're seeing edited versions.
I can imagine. Candy and Tiny being a certain way, because they're the superstars. Like Tiny and Candy are the ones. No matter what anybody says.
We also know that Candy's spoiled, and she likes things her way, because Candy would not film with him, because based on what Tamika, not Tasha, what Tamika had said in interviews over and over, which probably has some leverage to it, but we're not going to go on there because that's old suit in the past. But Candy wouldn't film with them, and Candy is hold hard because a lot of it has to do with her sign of things that she would not do with the group. And I think a lot of that is because she's a spoiled brat. Her mama spoiled her, and I believe she spoiled her mom. And I'm gonna tell you this: I believe Joyce and Candy are two sides of the same coin. That's how I feel. I really believe they are, and I believe that Candy has a lot to do with the reason why Tasha and Tamika they fell out. That's just how I feel. Some people love chaos and toxicity, and what that looks like, I don't know. But I do know that we heard SWV, all 3 of those women, talk about the toxicity that they endured being on a show with Escape. We do know.
Over them. They ain't got to worry now.
Mind you, they set the way for them. SWV set the way for Escape, and they was treating SWV as if they set.
What do you mean they set the way for Escape? I'm confused.
They was out before Escape.
It don't matter. They didn't set the way. Jermaine Dupri did that. Those are 2 totally different groups and regions.
No, she talked about setting barriers in the music industry per se.
But they didn't set the way for them. They didn't own
They was a girl group before Escape. What I mean is, you know what they say. You know that saying, "This person walks, so this person could run." That's what I mean.
They were out around the same time. I don't see that. They was out around the same time.
SWV was out way before Escape. No, they wasn't.
If I remember, they was out around the same time. Because they was out around the same time.
Escape came out later. SWV set the tone and opened up the doors for an Escape. I'm sorry, Queen Swift. They did. They was
Okay, that's
SWV was
how,
out
okay, I
before
understand.
Escape. SWV was still around when Escape hit the scene, but they're the ones who like you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? They're like, give you a prime example: a Janet Jackson to a Beyonce. You get what I'm saying? Like there's legacy, and then there's the ones that come after them. Like they set the tone and open the door for others to come after them. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah, I'm looking at
SWV,
what
they
Pretty
hit the
Riri
scene.
said. She said she give it to TLC for Escape
Yeah.
before SWV. Me too. They're very
Well,
different.
here's the thing: is
they're very different.
SWV hit the scene in 1990 in New York City, a much bigger city, much quicker to get
Mhm.
notoriety. Escape hit the
Mhm.
scene in 1992. These women, they are, SWV
And they
has
were
some age.
definitely out before TLC too. Oh heck no! I
Yeah,
would
but
still give it to
I was in
SWV
Atlanta
before
when all these groups came
TLC.
out. They're very different. I
You
was
would
in Atlanta when they came out. And
okay?
SWV,
Yeah,
you
well,
had a
see, I was on
definite
the
New
East
York
Coast,
flair.
and that's I didn't.
And
Yeah,
and
no.
SWV and TLC, that's an Atlanta music scene thing totally. It has nothing to do with New York. And they did not set the tone. They're very different. They had a New South feel, New South vibe. SWV had more there was the end of the New Jack thing, and they was, bringing in a new thing in New York. Totally different types of styles. That is an ATL group. I'm going to stand hard on that. I'm going to get that to Jermaine Dupri and TLC. New York ain't got nothing to do with that.
Well, TLC,
That's something
hold
else.
on,
That's
TLC
something else we
and
don't agree
Escape
with. Like I
actually hit
say,
oh
SWV
Lord.
is the legacy group, and TLC and what you call them women? Escape came after SWV, so that's something else we don't agree on. Nope.
They all came after the Supremes, and so we're gonna keep begging, acting. I mean,
Right,
that's all
somebody
I'm
else,
saying. Like,
somebody else paved the way.
Yes,
I will say
yes.
this
Yeah,
though.
I
Hold
agree
on.
with you with that. Absolutely.
TLC and Escape both hit the scene at the same time. They both hit the scene in 1992. They actually came out as two girl groups that were both tomboys, dressed like, the tomboy scene, colors. This is
SWV.
I can say that because these are the years that I was finishing high school and going into college. So this was the people I listened to. I was a big SWV fan because I fell in love with SWV about the same time I fell in love with Guy and
yes, Lord, New Jack
groups, right?
Swing. Yup.
Right. So that's when I fell in love with SWV, and then later came TLC. I knew about TLC before I knew about Escape, primarily because that was just a group that I followed faster. I didn't really hear about Escape. I heard a couple of songs. I'm like, who's that group? You listen to a song on the radio back in the day. You'd be like, what's that group? I would stay up on several nights and listen to the Billboard's top 50. And that was how I would find out, because of course I wasn't able to listen to secular music at home unless I snuck and did it. So I have my earphones on and in the bed.
Maybe because I was in Georgia. Escape, TLC, SWV, all three of them, which is like nobody cared. As long as one of those groups was on, it was a party. It was a good time. So that was the thing. I guess I'm like that because I've been in Atlanta a long time off and on, and I always feel like people try to say Atlanta's a little New York. No, it's not. Atlanta got their own style, their own flavor. It's like when they try to say Houston's like Atlanta. No, it's not. Houston got their own regional artists that don't need to ever leave Texas.
You ain't never been on the East Coast. Georgia has their own style. They just
Atlanta does. I ain't taking nothing away from Atlanta. What are y'all talking about? I never said Atlanta's a little New York.
No, I'm not saying you said that, Butterfly. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying maybe I'm sensitive because it's regional, and people always trying to say Atlanta's like something else when really they're their own, totally separate, different flavor and vibe. That's my opinion, and I think people
say like the genre was just a little bit different per se.
It's regional, but they pop. Like Atlanta took over. Like, let's be for real. They took it from New York. They took it from the east, up north. They took it over because there's a lot of talent in the South in general. A lot of talent.
There is a lot of talent. And it seemed like if you wasn't on one of the coasts, east or west, you wasn't being seen as fast. You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy.
Like, in Texas, we were getting music out of the East Coast faster than we were out of the West Coast, right? And like we get stuff out of the East Coast really fast, and then stuff out of the West Coast, and then the Atlanta scene, because when we talk about Atlanta, it wasn't until I went to Essence and they started calling out the Atlanta crew. That was like, man, we don't realize what Atlanta has contributed to music.
They really don't.
Yeah, you got T.I., you got Lil Jon, you got
Ludacris. Welcome to Atlanta.
Ludacris. Yeah, you got a whole gang of people that popped out of that Atlanta scene that I don't think
90s.
a lot of people in other areas was really noticing, right? So you got TLC popped out of that Atlanta scene along with Escape at around the same time.
They put the South in rotation to me. They put the South on the map. They put Houston came up because everybody like, well, the South, and the South was the only one making records you could dance to. Because I remember I was like, I love hip hop. I'm a hip hop head. I'm not a rap person. I'm a hip hop head. But at some point, I don't want to hear doom and gloom in the projects all the time. I want to dance. You know, and it was
I'm R&B and a hip hop fan, but I will say this, going back to the story about Escape. The reason why I think that we have such an issue with Escape in the situation that they went to is because they were out here and they were doing good. They released some really good albums. Then they disappeared off. They just disappeared. They left. And it was because one, they got pregnant, and the producer was like, well, we're not going to go forward with her. So the two people who, although they disappeared out the scene, kept moving forward was Candy and Tiny. They started writing music, started producing music. But I'm not going to escape from the fact of that Tasha and Tamika are sisters, and they've always, to the public, put up a unified front. And again, I really believe that at the end of the day, they remain sisters. I'm not going to call either one of them scums or this one did one to the other, because again, we all outside looking in, and I don't have a clear view of what it looks like inside of their home. All I know is what I saw on that TV show, and I do know the gut feeling I got was that Tasha wasn't all wrong in this. I believe that there needed to be some compromising, and neither side was willing to compromise. In fact, Tamika seemed like she took on Candy's persona and became a hard ass, and I didn't really like that either. I really wish the sisters the best, and I've always said that I wish them the best. My group out of the two would be SWV. I'm a SWV. I would prefer them over Escape any day, anywhere.
Me too.
Anytime.
I'm SWV all day now. I'm defending Escape, but if I had to get rid of one, I'm keeping Escape. They have too many records that are iconic for me. I mean, and Coco, come on, that voice. Ooh,
oh my God, that voice is iconic. It's iconic.
She takes you to church and the club with her voice, okay?
At the same time.
The same time, Coco.
Yeah,
that's a skill, baby.
Yeah. And even though Coco, again, she's just like Candy, she has her own quorums, even with her own group. I believe that's just maybe part of the par for the course. I'm not really sure.
But she is the group. Like, now, in all fairness to her, Coco's the voice of SWE. But you need all girls, because I don't want to see Coco without Lily and Taj. You know what I'm saying? But she is the voice.
Here's the thing. Queen Script, she may be the voice, but she ain't the group. We're going to put that plain.
No, she's not the group. No, because you need Lily and Taj.
She need both of them.
She needs to get personality. She don't have a personality.
One of them out here cleaning up the mess. The other one out here staying ready to fight. And then you got Coco, who always
always ready to sing and be a diva.
Yeah, that's it. Together they make the perfect group. And they've had their own forums themselves, like I said. But if I had to choose SWV and Escape, baby, I'm gonna choose SWV any day, any.
Oh, I'm gonna choose them every time, all the time. Because I'm gonna tell you another thing. I know you want to get off. If they don't stop letting Tiny design them little cheap Ice Capades outfit, I'm gonna scream. Them heifers are too long in the tooth to be walking around like that. I mean, you can look sexy, but why are you walking around like you 20? Girl, you got your grandmother. Put some damn clothes on that fit you, that look nice and attractive.
Take them seriously when they try to talk about SWVs.
I couldn't believe they said
I could not take them seriously.
I couldn't believe they had the nerve to say that to SWV. I'd rather see all three of them come out of overalls and that
looking like floors, like you whores. Girl, bye. Trying to be young, girl, bye.
I could not believe they said that. But I'm gonna tell you who else came up now. Tasha, I'm gonna say something about Tasha. I don't know who her stylist was. I think they was from Chicago. Baby, Tasha was eating. Them clothes was fly. I'm sorry. Tasha was eating in them clothes. Everything she wore. She has main character energy, but she don't have the personality to carry it off. She don't.
Yeah. I will tell you this.
I love Tasha, but I'm
I
rooting for
downloaded.
it. I listened to her new album, her gospel album that she dropped with, was it Motown, whoever. I listened to it.
Motown.
I'm rooting for Tasha. Yeah.
I will tell you this. I have Tasha's album in my Apple Play. In fact, I did. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You listen
Thank you
to it,
very
Lady
much,
Rose?
Lady Ro. Thank you
When
very
I tell
much,
you
Lady Ro.
that album is beautiful. It
Wow,
is
that's
beautiful.
sad
It's sad.
that she didn't make the sales.
Yeah,
Then
because they sabotaged her.
it's
Yeah,
sad
it
that
is
she didn't
sad
make
they
the sales because
sabotaged
she
her.
is talented, but it was the wrong time to do it. She
Her
could have
album
released it now. All that
beautiful.
chaos going on,
Yeah, I
No,
you
went to
she
gotta
listen
should
to
have
wait.
it.
released it then because they had already sabotaged her and got everybody to gang up
Did they
against her with
sabotage
that
her? I
pile
thought it
up
was.
on Boo Lang Lang.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're right. She should have released it later
Yeah, but I
after
think
the
it's
death
two sides. I
settled.
think she kind of sabotaged herself because the way she played it. Yeah, she kind of sabotaged.
No,
I would
she
have gave
didn't
up whoever
sabotage
did it.
herself. I just find it amazing how everybody can point out all these issues with her husband while all of them are married to scumbag husbands. So we not gonna act like T.I. ain't no scumbag. We ain't
He
gonna act
rich
like,
though,
man, you can
but
miss
he
me with
rich.
all that. They try
He
to
ain't
make
stealing
Tasha
their
seem
money.
like, and then
We
they
don't
want
care about
to
your husband. He
expose.
ain't stealing
We
their
want to.
money.
We don't. Yeah, man, we don't know that. Anywho,
He
we
stole their money.
girl, he stole Tiny's whole freaking morality. Freak your money. He stole Tiny's whole morality out here,
They all
drugging
freaky.
and
Tiny and Ti are
raping
freaky. They're
underage
still
girls.
married.
Girl, bye. Anywho, I digress.
Tasha can't check her man stealing from her
None of them can
sister.
check their man because
My
Tiny
man
can't
ain't gonna
check
steal from
T.I.
my sister. I tell you
See,
that. You ain't gonna talk about my mother. You ain't gonna talk about my family. You ain't gonna steal from my family. That's something that ain't even an issue. That's not. There's a problem when your man feel that comfortable disrespecting your friends and family. He should never feel that comfortable doing that.
Because they felt comfortable disrespecting him.
He shouldn't.
But I have
Yeah.
her whole album on my thing. It's called The Invitation, A Conversation with God. The
Yeah,
conversation, the
it was a
invitation,
beautiful album.
pray, free me, turn around, stay with me, love yourself. I'm yours, turn it up. He'll make a way in gratitude. When I tell you this album is the bomb, it didn't get what it deserved, but this is a great gospel album. It is a great gospel album. I play it in my car. I be driving down the street when I do listen to music, because I told you I drive in the car, I don't listen to nothing, but I do play it on there and I enjoy it. Her album is great. It's great. She didn't have, I don't think the Scott sisters had really what it took to take them through fame. And I think that was,
they never caught fire. They
yeah,
don't have what it takes to. Everybody don't have it. That's why it's not how talented you are. You can have all the marketing and everything. You could do some horrendous stuff, but when people like you, they gonna like you.
that's
And
true.
when they don't, you can't force influence.
Well,
You can't
here's
fake
the thing:
influence.
is she never build up her
Mm-mm.
fan base. Her fan base wasn't
Right.
built up.
That's it.
We only knew her through Escape and her leading
That's
songs to
true.
Escape, and then we found out her sister, oh, she could lead the songs just like her. So this is the thing: we knew Candy before the show started, because Candy had been on Real Housewives of Atlanta, so she already had a fan base. So can you imagine not having a fan base and someone automatically taking
You
without ever looking at your side because they already have a fan base and you don't?
right. And
Right.
that's
That's
basically
true.
what happened. And mind you, when Candy first joined Real Housewives, a lot of people still didn't know who she was. So
Right. That's why
Candy
she was
had to build
smart.
her fan base.
She
Yeah,
made herself
yeah.
relevant. She made her, because see,
Right.
that's the thing.
By getting on that show.
Tamika's not on a lot of shows or anything, but she's always on social media posting her life, her kids, her husband, her songs, her cooking. So some people are more familiar with Tamika because she still puts herself out there. Tasha is very private. She's not a public type of
Okay.
person. So
See, I think I kept up more with Tasha because she was on R&B Divas. And what happened with Rocky and Nikki's husband from
with the
R&B
gun,
Divas.
right? With the pow pow. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. I forgot all about that till you mentioned it. Yeah, good old Rocky.
And you know what? I actually watched them on R&B Divas too, because that was my show.
That was a good show, wasn't it? They should bring that back.
And you know, Todd Tucker,
Serena Johnson
Yeah,
is my
Todd and
favorite,
Carlos, right?
he
baby.
produced R&B Divas.
That was
I don't know
Todd and
why he
Carlos.
doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah, but here's the thing: is
Serena
I don't think
Johnson is my
maybe
favorite.
would be willing to come back to the show.
No, they
Because
wasn't. They didn't even want to do a tour with them. They talked them into, and look, SWV stood by it. They talked them into it. They did a couple of runs with them, and that was the end of that, baby. SWV knew exactly what they said it would be. That's why they refused to go on tour with them. Everybody kept begging them to go on tour together. SWV gave them a chance, and they screwed it up again.
Gave who a chance?
With their diva attitude. SWV gave Escape a chance. They did do a quick little tour, but SWV jacked it up. Yeah, SWV jacked it. I mean,
I don't think they needed them
jacked it up again.
They did okay. They all did okay in their tours. They all did well.
The thing with that tour was Escape wanted to be the headliner.
Yeah, you can't do that. They was crazy for that.
We done paid the road for this, baby. We headlining. And so
they
when they
paid
couldn't
a lot of money out, yeah, they did.
When they couldn't decide who was going to headline, it was like, nah, we're gonna finish out these little dates that we done got paid for, and we're gonna cancel the rest of the tour. And you can't blame them that.
Well, SWV should be the headliners, but if I'm putting out all the money, it's gonna be the way I want. That's just how it is. Whoever has the purse controls it. You know, I don't think it was a good business move. I definitely would have gave them the headline because
the thing was neither one of them was willing to put out the purse. I think was the biggest thing. They had those. Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing. Because remember, they wanted
Candy and Tiny wanted to act like they was the more popular one, so they should have footed the bill. Since y'all want to brag, we got more followers, we more popular on social media. Okay, well then y'all
business. You gotta negotiate.
We got a bigger fan base. Okay, well then bigger fan base this building.
Well, I guess they all did good on tour though. I'm happy about that. They all made money.
They all did. And it was best for them to go in their respective areas and go their own ways and do their tour instead of trying to.
I'm gonna tell you right now, and I think another thing that stuck a pin in it is when they got down to that essence and everybody walked out after SWV was done and Escape was coming on after, and everybody walked out after FWV. That also might have put a pin in that too.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's true. Because people didn't want to hear that boo lang lang of who should have headlined. I think that all of that arguing that Escape does, which was fueled by Candy and Tiny, I think the fans was like, we over this. We just want to come here who want to hear and leave.
Yeah, I just want to hear the music.
People of my age group relate more to Tiny and not Tiny, I'm sorry, relate more to SWV. We relate to Coco and
I do too.
We relate to
I don't relate to Tiny and Candy because they're rich.
I don't relate to them at all.
Yeah, I like them. I enjoy them, but I don't relate as much as Lily lives. I don't know if she still lives in Georgia, but you would see her. She real regular. You know, and Taj is chilling with her husband in Tennessee in their house. They've been together. She married and happy, you know. So they're really regular women.
Her husband, girl. Yep. I met her husband down here in Connecticut one day. Yep.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Yeah, they seem happy. They seem and what's Coco and her kids? She seemed like she all right, Coco. So I like them.
Baby,
I think they real classy.
Yeah, I agree. Eddie George and Taj, baby.
Woo. Yes, honey.
and mind you, his mother don't like to his what's the name? Taj.
She don't like
Taj? George's mother. Her mother-in-law don't like her. They remember they had their own little reality special quick too. Yep.
I remember that.
I've been following SWV. That's why I said
so
for
sweet to me.
It's SWV, TLC, Escape, and really not even Escape no more because it's reality TV. The mess. I don't even like Escape no more. It really gets
they trying to get another reality show.
Reality TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that went longer than I know you wanted.
No. I enjoy the engagement. But I really feel like with Escape, I saw somebody post up here earlier that they stopped watching Escape after where was that at? I saw it up here. Let me go back to it. Blessed by God said, I stopped following after Tasha left the group. I like the group better with all 4 members. That's the Escape I grew up on. But thank you, Queen Script, for coming up. You know what? Blessed by God, I totally agree with you. I enjoy all 4 of them. I feel like without there being 4, they should just cancel the group. That's just my personal opinion. Nobody has to agree with that. But I just felt like that for all 4 of them to be together, that was the group. 3 of you don't make the group. Yeah, I did. And then 2 of y'all have actually trademark the name, and then one of them's not able to sing. That to me is just wild. So I just didn't give them any of the views, no concert going to, or none of that. None of that. Anywho, Butterfly, what you got to say while we wrap this up and get on up out of
Great
here?
show, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
You know, Queendom, we do this over here too, baby. We don't all agree on everything, so at least y'all know we ain't phony around here, baby. But we still love each other. We don't gotta agree on every goddamn thing, goddamn it. But thank you for having me. Shout out to the Queendom. Please make sure y'all hit that free 99 like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and make sure y'all subscribe to our beautiful LadyRo. Invite every people over to the Queendom, okay? Because y'all know it's gonna be real good up over here. And do not forget to hit that free 99 like button. Thank you for having me, LadyRo. And shout out to the Queendom. Hello, everybody that I missed and I couldn't speak to. Shout out to y'all.
Yes, Queen Script, thank you for coming up and having
Love Day.
Oh Lord, Butterfly. Thank you, Queen Script, for coming up. She said, sorry, drop down without saying bye. I really enjoy Queen Script. She always gives you a second way of looking at things. And I think that everybody has their opinion. And I think TV kind of molds our opinion on people, whether it's good or bad. I think it does mold how we look at each other. Terry said, me either, LadyRo, the drama was such a turnoff to me. Me too. It was a turnoff. I wasn't interested in watching it. I watched the show and I was like, I hope they don't renew them for another season, because I felt like it was horrible. And I didn't feel like it was a good representative of anything that needs to be put on TV. You guys, I want you guys to have a happy Valentine's Day. Go enjoy it. I'm going to come back with Bell Collectors though. I'm going to go downstairs and do some notes, and then I'm going to go live because I see my husband's up here ready to take a nap. But I enjoyed this today. You guys, this is still Black History Month. Remember to continue to put those Black history thoughts and prayers and honors up to those who have paved the way for us. We talked about the Supremes paving the way. At least Queen Script brought them up. The Supremes paved the way for some women entertainers. There are a lot of other women who paved the way. Mahalia Jackson, several others that you could think of. We want to honor them this month as we continue through Black History Month. But Black history is every day, because I am Black history. You are Black history. You guys have a great day. Of course, like I said, we're going to be back down to talk about them Bell Collectors. And then I'm going to talk about the Married Wives. And then Peach over there talking about she getting a divorce, y'all. She back on that bull swanky again. So I may talk about Peach a little bit later on tonight. She may just come through in the middle of the night, because I'm off for 4. This is a 4-day weekend. I'm only 2 days in. So, baby, we might come on back a little later and talk about Peach Mac and the tire. Butterfly said, have a great day, Queendom. But Queen Script said, have a great day. Yes, the Bells. We're going to be back down here to talk about the Bells. So y'all have a great night, a great evening, a great afternoon. We're going to be back a little bit later to talk about the Bells. I got to get these notes in. Great live. Thank you, Pretty Riri Speaks. Y'all lift every voice and sing. I will see you guys later. If no one told you today they love you, I love you. And nothing you can do about it. I'm LadyRo, and thank you for joining us in the Queendom. Bye-bye.